welcome you to another Friday in the Nest, ladies and gentlemen. Wheeler has come to town, and it's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen, since the last time the Hornets teed it up here at Ray Manus Stadium. We have Wheeler coming to town, and it's been over a month since our last kickoff. The Hornets have done some work on the road, having 2 bye weeks and 2 road games, 2 big wins at Walton, and a key victory in the rivalry at Milton. Adam, tell us what we have in store for tonight, just so we can get underway with this Wheeler Wildcat team.
Well, the biggest thing that I want to see from Roswell is I want to see how the special teams reacts. We struggled a little bit on the 2 road games, and I think that we fixed those problems. We worked a lot on our kicking game during practice, and I think we definitely fixed them. A big thing right now, though, is that we can't get cocky. That's 2 big wins, like you said, one against Walton, ranked really well in the state, and then the rivalry against Milton, as you said. So we can't get too cocky. We got to play like this is our last game. But the biggest thing right now is ride that momentum. We have all the momentum. Wheeler struggled a little bit. We have all of the momentum. We've played really well, and I really want to see that out of Roswell tonight.
Adam, it looks to be a great game tonight at the Nest. Hornets looking for their 3rd straight victory in the region, and in my opinion, this is going to be a great night. It's a pink out tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in support of Breast Cancer Awareness Month here to start at the month of October, and we're ready to tee this one up.
Let's get after it.
Yep.
Just like you were saying, David, you know, Wheeler struggled a little bit over the past couple of games, and it'll definitely be interesting to see how they react because, you know, coming in with a 2-3 record against a Roswell team who's, what, 3-1, I believe? 3-1? And, you know, after 2 really big games against Wheeler, I mean 2 really big games against Walton and against Milton, it'll definitely be interesting to see how we play.
Yes, as you said, Wheeler comes into this game losing a lot. Roswell comes into this game winning a lot. Roswell won the toss, deferred to the second half. So Roswell's going to kick off to get this game underway. Roberto in to do the duties tonight on the kickoff. Shallow kick will be fielded at the 19. Taken by an up man, and he'll just be pushed out of bounds. Looks like number 2, Tavius Paget on the return, and I love the flower coming up.
This pink.
Time it's a different shade of white.
I didn't think they made pink shades of white. It's kind of interesting. On the return, though, you know, back to football, what we're really here for. You know, it's like with the struggles, like we said, that Roswell's been having, they did a really good job there of containing the fast Wheeler Wildcats to only getting about a 10-yard return on that side. That's good job.
So Wheeler starts out the game with an inside draw. Riles Kirkland, your quarterback for the Wildcats tonight, gives it up to number 1, Jacoby Green, senior running back on the play. Very, very talented team, can do a lot. The record doesn't show how talented and how well their offense can move, though. Wheeler coming into this game tonight, 1-4 overall and 0-3 in the region. Well, actually, Adam, there's been an adjustment made to their season record. Can you tell us a little bit about it real quick?
So, this is what happened. Walton had an uneligible player playing due to a transfer issue. He transferred from Milton to Walton, and what happened is they didn't fill out the right paperwork. So Walton had to forfeit all of their wins. So instead of being 4-1, they're actually 0-5. So Wheeler came into this game with a 1-4 record on Thursday, and then on Friday, today, they have a 2-3 record.
Very interesting turn of events this past week. It seems like in high school sports locally.
Does that give Wheeler momentum? I think it might.
Well, apparently on that last play, big loss on the not the reverse, but on the sweep by Benjamin Franklin.
And that's a good job by Roswell.
For a big loss.
Good job, because they weren't fooled at all. They knew exactly what Wheeler was doing because Wheeler runs a spread option. So they know that when they run the ball, it's either going up the middle or it's going on a reverse. So I think that's a great job of containing on the play.
Yeah, Jacoby Green looking for a hole, nowhere to run. Hornet defense swarming on that play. This will bring up 4th and long, and again, as I said, Wheeler's record for the offense they run, they should be scoring a lot of points. Wheeler hasn't scored 30 points all season yet.
Which is surprising because when you get a spread offense, especially a spread option with the fast players that Wheeler has, you would think they'd be able to score some points, but they haven't. They haven't been able to execute, and that's shocking to me because we've known the Wheeler Wildcats to be fast and score a lot of points. It's like Oregon.
But we saw how Oregon can also be ineffective last night without an offensive line, and I feel as though that is the case for Wheeler. The offensive line has given up on these past 2 plays. We have a penalty on the field that brings the ball very close. It was a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. And an automatic first down for Wheeler on the unsportsmanlike conduct. So that takes Wheeler from 4th and 16 to 1st and 10. Again, give up on the sweep. Hornets read it perfectly. Franklin nowhere to run, met by a swarm of Hornet defenders.
But that's just great job because they're not being fooled. Wheeler's going to have to find another way to win this game because the running game's not working. They haven't attempted a pass yet.
And the other good thing about this Hornet defense is we've seen this before. We've seen it at Milton. We've seen it against Centennial. So this is not an unfamiliar offensive scheme the defense is going up against tonight. That's another 5-yard or more loss for this Hornet defense, and they've only seen the ball 4 plays. So far we've been pretty aggressive on this defensive side.
Hopefully we can see the defensive starters for Roswell. Is that we got a great starting group of these players, and they've done a great job this year. I feel like of containing big offenses to little points.
And last play on that second down play, Riles Kirkland took it up the middle. Got about nothing on the play, so this will bring up 3rd and long. Hornets cannot shoot themselves in the foot, again with that last penalty. No. So they got to keep that ball down.
We've seen that Wheeler has not been able to throw the ball yet. They haven't attempted. Does that mean maybe the quarterback, isn't the best thrower? We don't know. But let's watch the reverses, watch the up the middles, and definitely watch the deep ball here.
Kirkland's first pass is incomplete, intended for a wide open Harlan Howell right over the middle. Great pressure, though, by that Roswell secondary, being led by Marcelino Ball, Shakur Jackson, Rodney Dorsman, and Justin Victorian.
And that's a drop, plain and simple. He's got to come down with that if you're Wheeler, but also great job of Roswell. They knew that it was 3rd and 16, that they don't have to get the big sack, they don't have to get the big loss. All they have to do is make sure that Wheeler didn't get to the 50, and even if he catches that ball, he's short about 4 yards.
Almost got the block punt there. And it looks as though the returner fumbled it on the play, and Wheeler got the ball back, so they will be 1st and 10 at the Roswell 25, deep in Roswell territory off of the turnover. Hornets come out flat.
One of my keys to the game was the special teams. That includes punt returning. It's like Machine probably should have taken a fair catch. Probably didn't see Wheeler coming down the field. But that's just a good job by Wheeler. There's nothing really you can do much on that. Wheeler's so fast, and they're big enough that they're going to do that. So the way their defense is playing, I'm not worried. Not worried at all.
All right, so now we're going to send it down to Alex Berger. He is the 3rd man with our crew tonight on the sideline. Alex, what you got for us?
Welcome to the sidelines. I'm Alex Berger. There was some ominous clouds overhead, but it's all cleared up now. It's starting to get a little bit darker down the field. I checked the field. It was a little bit damp, but that is an advantage to Roswell because of what Wheeler's type offense they like to run. Dave, back up to you.
Wow.
Well, as you can see, Kirkland was running for his life out of bounds and took out a cameraman, it looked like, on the sideline. Hope everybody's all right down there. But as you can see, here's a good look at the defensive front 7 for the Roswell Hornets, and then the back 4 in the secondary. Got some pretty good talent out there on defense tonight.
I want to make sure that the cameraman down on the field's not hurt. He took a huge shot from the quarterback there after that play. Did you see him get laid out?
Yeah, thankfully not one of ours, but at the same time, man, I hope that guy's all right.
Yeah, because, he's standing, but he might be hurt tomorrow. That was a helmet to the knee. Those hurt. Oh, We got a TV timeout. Got Wheeler quarterback's got to tie his shoe.
Small things in life.
Hey, you know, it happens. You know, I'm not worried about it.
Surprised we didn't have any of the free timeout people in the stands on that one.
Oh, an actual timeout now.
Timeout going to go against Wheeler, so they will be left with 2 left to play with in the first half. And so 8:26 left to play here in the first quarter. Wheeler still on their first possession off of the Machine Slate fumble on the punt return. Just thought he had, I guess he thought he had more room to run, and they closed him quicker than he thought.
Which I think is the problem, because when you're looking up at the sky, you know, it's about that time of night where you kind of lose sense of where the ball is. So maybe Machine lost it, and he didn't look down to see that the Wheeler Wildcats were coming, because when you're the punt returner, you're not supposed to look down. You're supposed to look at your peripherals and hope that you can see the players coming down, or you can hear footsteps coming near you, and that gives you the fair catch call. Because if he fair catches that and Wheeler hits him, that's a 15-yard penalty for the halo rule, and Roswell gets the ball not at the 25, but you know, at the 40. We start with better field position. But like I said, the defense has played well so far, so I'm not concerned with the early turnover. I just want us to fix it when it happens again. And guess what? We're going to, because I bet Coach Ford gave our punt return team a nice earful.
But to say, he's talked to the special teams a lot these past couple weeks, but at the same time, we've been able to work out of a deficit if we've gotten into it. Best example, the Milton game. On 3rd and 1, hits a hole, man tries to bounce outside Jacoby Green. He's going to have the first down by about a yard, which will bring up a 1st and 10 just around the 13-yard line.
And that's a good play. That was a good fake by the quarterback. He got good blocking from his offensive front, but that's still a better play by Roswell because they didn't allow him to score. You know, he breaks that tackle, he's gone, but Sam Van Ee does a really good job of getting low, tackling him before he scores a touchdown. So, you know, it gave him a first down. You know what? I'm okay with that. It's fine. The defense is going to stop him.
Kirkland again out of the shotgun, gives up to Green. Green fights for yards, probably gets about 2 on the play. Very close to that 10-yard line. Now again, this Hornet front 7 has really done a great job the past 2 games. Granted, they've been on the road, away from the nest, and yes, this is our first home game in more than a month, but they have really, really showed their skill those past 2 games at Walton and at Milton on that front line stopping the run.
And the sophomore Trey Baker does a really good job of shedding his block and making sure that the running back he only gets about 2 yards on the play. So I think that's just a good job by the defensive front.
Wheeler's fighting for yards, and the signal from the ref is a touchdown. Very close on that goal line, getting in. Jacoby Green on the carry. Wheeler takes an early 6-0 lead with 7:11 left to play in this first quarter.
And that's just a good run by the Wheeler Wildcats. He lowered his shoulder, he got lower, he did a really good job of breaking tackles and getting into the end zone. Yeah, he might have been down, might have not been down, but that's still just a good run. What I would look for Roswell's defense next time is do the same thing they did when the ball was on the 20. Do the exact same thing, and our defense is going to be just fine.
So kick for Wheeler is up and good. Wheeler takes a 7-0 lead very early in this game. And in my opinion, you don't have the drop punt, don't have 7 points right now.
And agreed. And those are mistakes that can be avoided, and they're going to be fixed because Coach Ford will know how to fix those.
All right. We're going to send it down to Alex again. Alex Berger, what do you got for us?
That touchdown shouldn't be a big surprise because Wheeler scored on Walton last week, went up 7-0, but the Raiders came back on him and won the game. I'm pretty sure this is the same luck Roswell's going to have. They can strike quick and fast, but they don't have enough in the tank in the fourth quarter. Back up to you guys.
We appreciate it, Alex. Thanks again for the update. So Wheeler will be set to kick off, and Roswell will get the ball for the first time on offense this game. I'm pretty excited to see what this offense can do.
And I'm really excited coming off two big offensive performances against Milton and Walton. You know, 27-15 over Walton, and then 33 points against the number 6th ranked team in the state. That's a pretty good game, pretty good day if you ask me.
They don't want to kick it to Shakur, or they don't want to kick it to Machine.
So they just pooch it.
But hey, that spots us 26 yards is where they're going to mark it.
Now we can see our offensive rosters now and see these studs that we have on offense. I mean, they are just, they're fun to watch.
Led by Jamesy Football himself, James Whitaker, number 7, the senior quarterback. This man can do it all, ladies and gentlemen, and he can put some points on the board for Roswell. Adam said we scored a lot in those past 2 games. Total of 60 points in 2 games on the road and very good ranked opponents. So he's got Machine, one tackle away from at least a first down.
Hey,
and on a wide open flanker screen.
Machine was gone on that. You know, he caught the ball, he looked upfield, he did exactly what you're supposed to do as a receiver, is you get the ball and you look upfield, you don't look side to side, you look north and south, and I love that. And he got 4 yards. You get 4 yards in every play. You have a first down, eventually you're in the end zone. See how I can add to? I figured it out from last game.
It's those basic addition facts kicking in.
Look, they are harder than you think.
Man, we make kids do 0 through 18 at the elementary school.
Oh my gosh, I feel bad for those kids.
James, another 3-step drop, fires, wide open man again. Hit for just a little gain, but hey, James Whitaker trying to use the pass, set up the pass, to set up the run, and another fumble. They said he dropped the ball before his knee hit the ground. James trying to tell the officials something different. That was a pretty close call.
I kind of wish, you know, we had one of those ESPN cameras that we could see that, because from my perspective, watching that play, you know, I watched Machine hit the ground, and then I see everybody start scrambling. So that I gotta, from my perspective, that looks like he's down and, you know, Roswell's sitting with 3rd and 2. He didn't look like he fumbled, but then again, from this perspective, it's really hard to judge. But honestly, I don't think he dropped it.
Yeah, it looked a little too late to me, but can't do that now. And Kirkland's pass almost picked off. 2 passes for that man, 2 incompletions. And I'll say this, hey, James Whitaker's thrown 2 completions on 2 passes. We haven't seen Sheldon Evans run the ball yet.
I mean, hey, it's 2 for 2, and I can't wait to see Sheldon Evans run the ball, because guess what? I said it before, I said it again. He's a bumbling back. Guess how many 3rd down conversions he had against Milton?
I'm going to say probably 10 or more.
11.
Wow.
11. 4 of them were 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1.
That's and a sophomore.
And he's
sophomore back.
So big. Because it basically with Sheldon, you just give him the ball and you just let him run.
Put a man in motion, they fake it. Kirkland takes it up the middle. Gates about 3, just over the 30-yard line. So this will bring up another 3rd down for Wheeler. And Roswell defense, stand tall, hold them to at least a field goal if you can.
What I liked about that play is Justice Harris on the left corner, our left cornerback, kept his contained job of keeping the receiver that's coming in motion from getting to the outside. Now, he didn't keep the ball, but had he kept the ball, Justice would have tackled him, while the other guys can stay in the middle and tackle the quarterback for only a 2-yard gain.
Kirkland looking, has all day, throws to the end zone, ball is up and incomplete. No flags, another incompletion for Kirkland, which will bring up a 4th down situation for Wheeler.
And Shakur, perfect defense. There's nothing that the receiver could have done. He played behind the receiver, and that way, when he jumps up in the air, he's not at a disadvantage. And by doing that, the ball was short. All he did was stick his hand up in there, disrupt the pass a little bit, and that caused him to drop it. Now I see Wheeler setting up to go for it. That also could mean that they may not have a kicking game.
4th and 8. From here, they're looking at about a 47-yard, 45-yard field goal.
In high school, that's tough. I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Wheeler's got to take another timeout, though.
Wheeler now, that's their 2nd timeout of the half, and we're only 5 minutes into this, 7 minutes into this first quarter. So 5:04 left to play. Roswell still down a bit, 7-0, but not down a lot. Still a lot of time left to play, a lot of time to win.
You know why I'm not worried about this, David, is that Roswell was down 10-0 against Milton in the first quarter, and we came back and we won that game 33-3. We won it in the most incredible fashion I have ever seen a high school football game won. It was unbelievable. We had to see it to believe it.
From the text messages I got from you and from the Twitter sphere blowing up about it, it sounded and heard as if it was an incredible high school football game. And before we go down to this 4th down play, we're going to send down to Alex again real quick. Alex, what you got?
Rico Buck when the offense came back onto the bench after that fumble was livid, telling his guys basically to get it together. So hopefully we'll see a lot more progress on this offensive series. Back up to you, Dave.
Kirkland deep pass the end zone, incomplete. No flags. Wide receiver fell down before it. That is Benaniah Franklin fell down again. Kirkland 0 for 4 on the night passing. Hornets take over.
Good no call by the referees. We've seen a bunch of times that a referee will call pass interference on the defense on that because the receiver wasn't allowed to run. The DB is allowed his space. Okay, if the offensive player decides to run the defensive player over, that's not pass interference on the defense. That's pass interference on the offense. That's a good no call and great job by the Roswell defense to get off the field after the turnover.
Whitaker man in motion, give up to Evans. Evans plowing people over for a great 6-yard carry just over the 35-yard line. Now, Adam, I got to bring up the series record. Wheeler is not like a Milton type of team that we've played. We don't play them that much. We haven't played them that much in the past, but they are in our region now. We lead the series 11-8, 8-2 in the last 10 games. So another key victory in this one will just inch us farther and farther away in that series. Oh, and a incomplete pass, almost a fumble, just out of the hands of Machane.
And that's a good job by the Wheeler defense. I think, Machane heard footsteps coming on that, and he, maybe just got a little frightened and a little spooked, and he dropped the ball. And, I'm okay with that because that's a good look because he catches that, he gets to the outside, and I think he gets a first down on that. So I want to see more of that, but I also want to see more of Sheldon Evans. And I still want to see a hook and ladder. I've been preaching that for 2 years now.
Big third down for Roswell. Whitaker over the middle. Complete pass will be close to that first down. Was he there? It will be determined by a spot. Too hard to tell from here, but it looks as though he got it.
Looking from the spot, it looks like he got it. He should have gotten it because the ball was at the first down marker when he got hit back. I think he got it. I'm hoping.
What was that? That was Sheldon, wasn't it, over the middle?
They're going to measure it.
Yep, they're going to call for a measure. I believe he got it. If not, this is fourth and the closest of centimeters. Justin Ellis, he took a shot too, and I'm glad he hung on to that ball. That was a tough catch to make.
He's a big boy, so you know how hard he got hit, but he did a good job. From looking at this, not the best spot on the field, I'm kind of a little skeptical. He may have gotten it, he may have not. This could be a South Carolina-Georgia chain length.
Yeah.
He got it.
I got the T-shirt coming in our boot. Oh,
first down.
20 feet.
First down. Got it by
there. There we go, Hornets.
By the nose of the football. That's all you need. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you get it done.
Sorry, it was a squirrel moment over there. They were shooting T-shirts up our way.
Eventually we're going to catch
one.
Eventually we're going to catch one.
Eventually, I'm gonna just crank that gun up before the game, so they're like, oh no, it's good to go to shoot. When they shoot it, it's gonna come right at us. They won't know what hit them. So 1st and 10, Roswell at their own 39. Whitaker gives up to Sheldon, trying to get some room. Wheeler defense crowding in. Wheeler defense has given up some points this season, but at the same time, it's been one of those, who's going to show up type of seasons for them. Granted, they have 4 losses, but in the books, technically 3 because of the Walton fiasco, but at the same time, you don't know who's going to show up for Wheeler every night.
They're inconsistent, to say at least.
Jamesy football has to throws a dime over the middle. Oh, almost intercepted, but Machane had a great jump on it, just a little high. But James put a dime down there for Machane. That was a great pass.
That was a great pass on the run with pressure. I could not be happier with that pass. But, we're saying that, maybe Machane should cut that. Really, no, that's just good. That's good defense by Wheeler to get up there and disrupt that pass. And, he got his hands up in Machane's vision. Machane couldn't see the ball. But that's just good defense by Wheeler, but a great pass from James.
James feeling the pressure, and incomplete pass over the middle. Machane had a hand on it, but a little bit behind him. This will bring up 4th and 10 for the Hornets. Wheeler playing very good to start out, better than they've played all season. So this will be the first punt of the night for the Hornets. 3:24 left to play in the first quarter. That one catch that got us the first down on that 3rd and 5, Justin Ellis linebacker, tight end. Very good person. I'd like to see him get the ball a little bit more later on.
He's a great tight end. He's got the size and he's got the hands to do it.
We go with the directional punt just outside of the 20-yard line at the 18. Great punt.
That's Demetrius' punt. Best punt all year. No, yes, it is Demetrius. That's Demetrius' best punt all year. Drove him back to the 19, just basically switched field positions on that. Great punt.
I was about to say, I mean, you can't even get better with a touchback.
Now, going back to the Milton game before I was rudely disrupted by Alex. Just kidding, Alex. We love you. How the game was won is Roswell was 3rd and 9 on the 13, and Roswell threw the ball into the back of the end zone, only to be tipped by a Milton player. And Machine runs forward, catches it in the end zone with about 23 seconds left, and Roswell goes up 33-31. We had a little tip drill in the back of the end zone to win the Warren North Fulton. It was pretty amazing.
I heard it was apparently reminiscent of a recent Auburn-Georgia matchup.
Oh yeah, that one. Oh, what was it again? Yeah, the like the 74-yard Hail Mary just toss and.
Well, it's ironic because the cornerback that failed for Georgia is now playing for Auburn.
And hey, we're gonna, you know, the first thing we probably taught him was A, don't steal, and B, knock the ball down.
So another penalty for Wheeler, a false start pushes them now to 1st and 15 at their own 14-yard line.
Wildcat.
Direct snap to the quarterback, and he's going to take it. He's going to go around the side. Gets about 6-7 yards on the play. Still not enough for the first down. And actually, they went in the Wildcat on that formation, went to Benaniah Franklin out of the backfield.
And Franklin, you know, he does a good job of getting upfield. I mean, he got back to, he got a little past the original line of scrimmage, but that's a better job of Roswell because, you know, Wheeler's switching to a Wildcat. It's kind of ironic that their nickname is the Wildcat, but that's just a good job of Roswell of reading that and not allowing the big play.
They go right almost to the exact same play, just different side of the field, and Roswell defense says not any further.
And what I loved about that defense is they know what's coming now. You know, Franklin isn't going to throw the ball. He's not going to chuck it downfield 50 yards like the quarterback Riles Kirkland. That's not going to happen. You know he's going to run the ball. That's when you start loading everybody up in the box and you bring the house. And you go man-to-man coverage with your cornerbacks.
Kirkland going to be blindsided. Incomplete. Almost a fumble. Just like a Jeff Driscoll classic throw from the swamp. Almost a fumble, but an incomplete pass. Looked like it was a shot put slash like one of those sidearm curveballs you see in baseball.
I mean, what a hit by number 41, Tyrone Hopper. He does a great job of getting back to the backfield, just laying the quarterback out, causing a bad pass. Not even a bad pass. It was just, you know, he just lost the ball. Thank God his arm was coming forward, or else Roswell's got the ball in really good field position. But just great job by this Roswell defense.
He was completely blindsided.
Now, let's get our offense back on the field and let's score.
Machine is just going to let this one bounce past, but he's going to pick it up. And he got drilled on that. I guess he didn't want it to bounce any further or any farther back.
Okay, so this is what just happened. The ball was bouncing straight at Machine, and Machine was backpedaling as fast as he can. There's nothing he can do about that. He has to catch that ball. If he doesn't catch the ball, it hits off of him, and Wheeler takes the ball in really good field position. That's a great job of Machine of realizing that, getting the ball and just going down and keeping the ball for Roswell. Great play by Machine.
And there's a live look at us from up top. This is a great shot of Roswell. Great shot of the stadium tonight, guys. Very beautiful night. The clouds dissipated as the evening went on. So now before this series or before the snap, we're going to send it back down to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what you got for us?
If you've noticed, if you went to the Milton game, James Whitaker had a lot of deep balls get completed for big gains. That hasn't been the case today, unfortunately, because Wheeler has some athletic cornerbacks and secondaries who are tall and lengthy and can shut down the big plays. So that's why you haven't seen James Whitaker having success to the air. Back up to you, Dave.
That first down play failed to gain, so this will bring up actually gain 2 yards, 2nd and 8. Looked like he was stuffed short, but 2nd and 8 at the 34 for Roswell right now. Whitaker, 3-step drop, little bit behind. And they're going to mark it incomplete, just a little bit behind his intended receiver on the sideline.
A little bit behind. I like the look, though. You know, the receiver was wide open. I liked how he went. I like how he went to. Excuse me. I like how he went to the receiver there on a quick little step. He just got to hit him in stride and maybe get a first down. But I love the look. I love the look.
So Roswell now faced with a 3rd and 8. If they can get these 3rd down conversions, they'll wear down this Wheeler defense, and that's what they need to do so far. Whitaker, tons of time to throw, right over the middle. Refs are debating, and they say incomplete. Very close, very close.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How can that referee on the other side of the field, not having any visual of the play, make that call? That is not his call. That is the back judge's call. He was the only referee in the vicinity that could have made that call. I do not like that call by the referees. It's bad. Bad call.
So Roswell faced with a 4th and 8 now with a minute left to play in the first quarter. Punt, another deep punt. This will be fielded at the 19. And they take the man down at the 21-yard line. Only 2 yards on the return. Roswell defense will take over at their own 21, and that's where Wheeler will have the ball at their own 21. Excuse me. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats with 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Number 16, Jakari Harris, does a great job of containing the Wheeler returner, but Demetrius Kasharis, he took something before this game. And he's switching fields for Roswell. It's very, very, very nice job by Demetrius right now.
Yes, one inside the 20 and one just right outside of the 20. So very good kicking by Kasharis today. Kirkland tries to go left side with the carry, gets about a yard or 2 on the play, depending on the spot. This will bring up 2nd and about 8 on the play. Ball will be spotted at the 23. Just under 35 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
Great job by Roswell. Saw the quarterback keeper the entire time. Made a good tackle for only about 2 yards. I like the way our defense is playing right now. They're playing really well.
Kirkland gonna roll. Gonna fire one up the middle, and it's complete and dropped over the middle. He had it in his chest. You know, Kirkland can't put a ball better than that.
And yeah, he put it right in his hands, besides the great pressure by Roswell. I mean, even if he catches that, he gets, what, 2 yards? But that's 2 yards closer to the sticks. That could be the difference between Wheeler being 2 and 3, as I do the little...
Yeah, the bunny ears.
The bunny ears, 2 and 3, to maybe being, 4 and 1, maybe 5 and 0.
And that could be possibly a drive changer here, because now you're looking at 3rd and 8 instead of possibly a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, so it's those type of plays that you have to capitalize on. But great job by Roswell. Wheeler's scared. Their offense can't do anything right now.
Wildcats move out of the gun. Kirkland flushed to his left and incomplete pass. Basically threw it at the feet of the receiver. So Wheeler will be forced to punt on a 4th and 8 with just 14 seconds left to play in this first quarter.
Great pressure by Roswell. Forced Kirkland to his offhand. He's a left-handed thrower, so that means when he pulls that ball back, he's got to throw. He's got a weird angle to throw at, and when he tries to throw it, he just throws it right at the guy's feet.
Now I got to call out 4 guys on that main line: Leroy Wilson, Cameron Whiteman, Max Boyd, Charlie Cyber down there on that front line getting work done. You also got Scott Simons, Trey Lamar, Sam Van Eeden, and Tyrone Hopper also getting in on this action. That front seven's killing this Wheeler offense right now. And a muff punt, but it looks as though Roswell has recovered. The muff punt actually gained yardage.
Hey,
so the tide is starting to turn.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to take it. Eventually you need a couple breaks to go your way. That one went Roswell's way. Great recognition by the Roswell punt return team to go hop on that ball.
And a little scuffle, it looks like, out after the play. Refs almost had to come in there to break it up. But again, that front seven for that Roswell defense is putting some pressure on their quarterback. So that Roswell front seven is keeping us in the game.
And they're doing a good job of it. And I think the offense has got great field position right now. The quarter's about to end, but I think we're going to score on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 48, 6 seconds left to play. Should be the last play of the first quarter. Quick out route, complete to Machine. Almost churned up another broken tackle, but just out over the 40-yard line. And this is what the Hornet offense needs, a first down, keep this drive going to go into the second quarter.
And a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Wheeler for pushing Machine after the play. So
Wheeler getting a little chippy out there, and it's starting to benefit the Hornets.
What on third down of the last drive, what did Roswell do? That play. What happened? James threw it behind him. What did he do on the first play of the drive? Runs the exact same play and puts it right in Machine's hands. Machine takes the ball, takes it upfield, runs over a player, and then we get an extra 15 yards because the Wheeler Wildcats are having a little bit of trouble controlling their temper.
So that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Wheeler's still leading 7-0, but the Hornets are driving because of a great pass to end the first quarter from Whitaker to Slade, and then now the 15-yard penalty chalked on at the end of the run for unsportsmanlike against the Wildcats puts Roswell in a great position to tie this game early second quarter. Now, as you can see, Adam, and a lot of our fans at home have seen from the stands, is a pink. There's a lot of pink. The Hornet Nation asked for a pink out, and they got it today as the first home game in the month of October. And month of October signifies also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So Hornet Nation asked for a pink out. It's one of the best pink outs I've ever seen for a high school to put on.
And it's a really great cause of what Roswell's doing. All the proceeds for this game are going to help breast cancer research, and it's just an amazing thing of what Roswell's doing. And plus, it looks awesome. I love how our fans are wearing pink, supporting this cause. We had pink flour. Cheerleaders were selling it for $1 before the game, and all the proceeds, of course, go to the Breast Cancer Awareness Fund, and it's just a great thing, and I'm very proud to call myself a Hornet for this.
Sheldon breaks out of a tackle, spins at the 20, the 15, the 10. He's being pushed out of bounds just outside of the 5-yard line. Great run by Sheldon, great first down by Roswell. But back to what you were saying about the pink out. Adam, it's great to come back here and see Roswell doing stuff like this for home games. Every game this season has a different little twist to it, or a little cause for it. This game, breast cancer awareness. The first game was youth night. His next game, what is next game?
Military appreciation.
Military appreciation. Hornets doing big things in this community. Principal Huff doing a great job of leading this community and doing a great job of bringing everybody together for high school football, but doing these games also for a cause.
And what I love about Roswell is we're not doing what some of the other schools like Pope and Lasser are doing. They do a different theme every game, like Western theme. Pope did a fratty theme, and it kind of looks ridiculous that they aren't wearing their school colors. At least what Roswell's doing, at least what we do, it actually means something. And we're actually doing this for a good cause. We're not doing we still wear our school colors, unlike some other schools in our region. And I think we do it better than everybody else, and I will go to the grave saying that we will do it better than everybody else.
In my opinion, we almost do it better than some colleges. For example, last night's Oregon-Arizona game, Oregon had their pink out for October, and they chose, one of the million of uniform combinations, and still we have more fans wearing pink tonight. And with that, we have a Roswell touchdown. Whitaker right over the middle for 6, and a great way to answer from the defense. Defense got the ball back, and James delivered. Number 87, Justin Ellis, the man I was telling you about earlier to go to.
He's a big boy, can do whatever he needs to do, and I'll tell you what, he split the defense. So what he did, he's ran what we call a post route. And a post route is tight end comes off and he runs straight at one of the goalposts. He did that, and James just threw a perfect pass and hit him in stride. Touchdown Roswell, no doubt about it. Hey, who called the touchdown? Back at the 50?
The point is good.
I think I called that touchdown.
Adam called the touchdown while we were talking about how great the Roswell community is. So Roswell ties this game at 7 apiece with 11:16 left to play in the first half. And hey, Hornets are in a good position now. They got the pregame jitters out. First home game in over a month. They got it all out of their system, and now we're playing some football. Now we're playing Roswell football. Defense, get one more stop, get the ball back, and then we're in position to take the lead. So with that, we're going to send it down to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what do you got?
I was in the end zone for that touchdown pass to Jason Kama. He had nobody behind him, and he was wide open. There was nobody in like a few feet of him. He was that open. Back up to you guys.
All right, shares in the kickoff. Low lining kick will be fielded at the 11. Man takes up, tries to cut to his left. He gets a good cut. He's at the 20, back down to the 25-yard line. He stopped his momentum, and that's what cost him 5 yards on that return.
Great job. Well, it's a good return by Wheeler. We're going to give him that. But number 2, Rodney Dorsmont, kept him from getting to that sideline, shut him off, and by doing that, the Wheeler returner tried to cut up inside, and Rodney was right there to tackle him. That's a great job by Rodney of containing, because if he doesn't contain him, Wheeler takes that to the house because nobody was going to catch him, but that's a great job by Rodney Dorsmont.
So 1st and 10 Wildcats at the 27. Wheeler changing the play before the snap. Kirkland gives up to a back, finds one hole, spins free of one tackle, but tackled immediately right there at the 31-yard line. So this will bring up a 2nd and 6 on the play.
Number 1, Jacoby Green tries to get upfield and is tackled really quickly by a swarm of defenders. That's just a good job of Roswell of stopping the big gain, and they've been doing that all year, as we see.
You know, it's one of the captains getting in on there, Sam Van Eed, leading that linebacking core. And those 4 guys we have in that in that tier 2 of the defense. And
you know, our linebackers are absolutely phenomenal this year. They're big, they're fast, and they get after the ball.
So quick little out pass to the back, and he gets driven back behind the line, and this will bring up another 3rd and long for the Wildcats.
Shakur Jackson and the rest of the Hornets secondary does a great job again of reading the reverse, stopping the reverse, and the Wheelers got nowhere to run. The reverse has not worked at all. That's just a great job of Roswell by keeping up that pressure and tackling him before he even gets any yards. I love it.
So Wildcats take over back at the original line of scrimmage. So this will be a 3rd and 10 for Wheeler.
Four wide receivers in this set.
Kirkland fires. Oh, just a bit too hard for his wide receiver to catch. Is also great swarm of Hornet defenders. Marcelino Ball in on that play as well. Big, strong safety.
And you said it perfectly. Marcelino Ball, Shakur Jackson, they did a great job of that. He was in triple coverage. He had 3 guys draped all over him. He catches that even. He's short about a yard or 2. Great job of Roswell of preventing Wheeler from coming down with that ball.
So Brown into punt for Wheeler. 4th and 10 for the Wildcats with 10:18 left to play in the first half. Oh, Hornets bring a rush, and I think they got a piece of it. I think they got a piece of it. Hit off of a Wheeler defender, just shot out of bounds.
I don't think he got a piece of it. I think the Wheeler punter just shanked it.
You think he shanked it? I thought we got just a tiny little bit of it.
Even if he did, Roswell's got great field position, so I'm not going to complain. I don't care what it was. It was good job of Roswell by getting the pressure back there, forcing the bad punt, and now Roswell gets the ball in their own territory. That'll go down in the books probably as about a 20-something yard punt. You're the math genius. You figure it out.
I'll just say he's trying to punt like that Ohio State kicker at Virginia Tech a couple weeks ago. Yes, I did go there.
And not the Mississippi State punter to take it all the way down the field against Texas A&M.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh, look at Sheldon spinning and trying to get away from tackles, but he gets about a 2-yard gain on the play, so this will bring up a 2nd and 8. And it was Arkansas in Jerry's world.
It was Arkansas.
They play Mississippi State tomorrow.
I don't know why I said Mississippi State. That's probably why I was saying
they play. Yeah, big slew of SEC West games tomorrow. You have 6 teams in the SEC West going at it, or 3 different games, 1 loss between all 6 of those teams.
Interesting. I cannot wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a good day of college football.
Whitaker rolls, being rushed, fires up to an open Sheldon Williams over the middle. Sheldon breaks one tackle, breaks another, and is being driven back by a host of Wildcat defenders. He'll get forward progress just around the 40-yard line if they don't mark it at the 40-yard line.
There's a pink item in the backfield. The referees are using pink flags. I can't tell if that, nope, it was a wristband. Okay. Anyway, that's a great job of James. He got wrapped up on the play, but still was able to find Sheldon on the screen. Instead of, a 7-yard loss, it's a 4-yard gain. And you can't ask anything else of your quarterback to make a good throw and get some yards when you're being drilled in the backfield.
Now this will bring up a 3rd and 6 for Roswell. Clock running with less than 8:50 left to play in the first half. Whitaker takes the snap. Great protection. Whitaker going to go deep. Man open. Oh, just right over his head. A little too much mustard. Oh, he Matthew Stafford it just a little bit. Just a little bit.
They had
it been just a step slower, that's Machine for 6.
That's actually Reggie White for 6.
Reggie White, excuse me.
Is that Machine? No, I think that's Reggie. I think that's number 10. I can't really tell. Anyway, whoever it was ran an absolute great route on the play and did a good job of getting open. Machine just overthrew him just by a little bit. But if Wheeler keeps allowing that to happen, we're going to keep scoring. I think it was.
I'd take it all day.
I think it was Machine. I think you're right. I've just got bad eyes up here. Getting old.
Oh, this will be a deep punt. Deep punt taking no, not taking much of an anybody bounce.
It kind of just went straight out of bounds. We thought it looked like it was about to take a Roswell bounce, but then again, it ended up taking a nobody's bounce. It just went straight out. You're right. It was Machine. I apologize for correcting
I just see
you.
the white 3/4 sleeves.
Yeah, and I don't know why I thought of Reggie, but I thought it was Reggie White going downfield. I was kind of hoping it was Reggie. Reggie's my friend. So is Machine. Let's not get me wrong.
Let's not get it twisted.
I love everybody on this team, except for that one guy.
Speaking of Machine, in the community today, every home game, Roswell Hornet players are going and helping out at carpool at local elementary schools. So we had Machine Slade, Davis Kelly, and my man Jakari Harris showing up today.
That's awesome.
It was a great time at Roswell North. They were on our morning announcements and everything. So great to see the Hornets coming out. And from what I've heard from some of the parents that I talked to today at the school, very respectful group of gentlemen on this team this year.
Only the finest at Roswell. Anyway, on this play, Roswell did a great job. So they ran the option on the play, and basically Roswell formed a wall around the quarterback, and the quarterback Kirkland ran right into that wall, so he couldn't pitch the ball. He had to take the 3-yard gain because he had the pitch, but Roswell did a great job of swarming to the quarterback and not allowing him to pitch it. Great job by Roswell.
So they fake it to the left, give it to the right, and Riles Kirkland gives it to Jacoby Green for about just a 2-yard gain. This will bring up 3rd and long, about 3rd and 5 for the Wildcats.
I really want to see what happens on this 3rd down because if you've seen, Wheeler's had some struggles in the passing game. Roswell's been doing a really good job on 3rd down. So it's going to be an interesting call to see what Wheeler goes with on a 3rd and 7.
So here we go, 3rd and 7 at their own 23. Kirkland launches a bomb, and it is complete at the 40, and he falls forward for a couple more yards just outside of that 40. Mark it at the 39-yard line. That was a bullet thrown, and it was so hard it knocked the guy off the ground.
That's a good pass. There's nothing you can really do about that if you're the defender. It's just a good pass and a good route by Wheeler. You know what? Good for them. If they're going to beat us, they better earn it because they're going to have to.
They're going to have to throw everything they got, literally, no pun intended. 7:03 left to play in this first half. 1st and 10 at the Roswell 39. Kirkland's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be met by 2 great Hornet defenders right in that backfield. Looks like Scott Simonson on the play. For being an outside linebacker and a safety, that kid is a pretty big boy.
It's been like this all game. They have not been able to establish the running game. They've had that one good pass play. That's all Wheeler really has done. Yeah, it's tied up 7-7, but the reason it's tied up 7-7 is because their scoring play, they started at the 30. So Roswell's had Wheeler's number, and they've done a great job of containing Wheeler, and, they haven't been able to do much.
And they just dump a pass out there close to a 1st down, but it's not going to be enough. So that's Tavius Paget, excuse me, out there. This will bring up a 3rd and short for Wheeler. Very important down for Roswell to get this ball back.
And for what Wheeler's Wheeler obviously probably won't kick it from the 31 if they don't get anything. You know, it's a 48-yard field goal when you add it all up. So I kind of would like to see Roswell maybe push Wheeler back a couple yards so that on the 4th down conversion they're not right on the 1st down line.
Kirkland gives up to the back, and the back has enough for first down and a lot more. He breaks one tackle, but will not break all of them as he is down just outside the 15.
And, I mean, Georgia Sailor does a great, Justice Harris. Justice Harris does a great job of tackling him before he scores. You know, the running back hit the hole well, blocking was good up front, and Justice making a game-saving play right there. And, you know, if Roswell can hold Wheeler to a field goal or maybe get a turnover, the turnover or the field goal will be credited to Justice.
Kirkland fakes the sweep, takes it up himself, and he gets about 2 to 3 yards on that play. It's Wheeler doing a lot of give the ball, middle, sweep, and they will get Wheeler for a late flag that came in. Wheeler coach is not liking it up here in the booth, and it will be for holding.
I believe this is holding. We saw a little jersey grabbing on Cameron Whiteman over there, and he kind of got drugged out of the ground. It was kind of blatant. If this isn't holding against the Wheeler Wildcats, I'm going to be shocked.
By the way the ref is spotting the ball, I don't think it is going against Roswell. I think this is all Wheeler right here.
That was all holding. I saw it from up here with my old man eyes.
My old man eyes. Don't give me them old man eyes until you're 26.
Hey, 17's the new 50.
Wow, that must be close to 100.
The way with my knees are going.
So 1st and 20 for Wheeler. Just under 5:30 left to play. Kirkland fakes the inside, pitches it out to the man, but he only gained about 7 yards. And with that carry, we're going to send it down to Alex Berger on the sideline. Alex, what you got?
That Kirkland, he's a hard quarterback to get down. I see when you feel like he is tackled, he lunges forward, and still guys are hitting him, and he's getting yards after the play. That's all I got. Back up to you, Dave.
So 5:12 left to play in this first half. 2nd and 13 for Wheeler at their 18-yard line. Kirkland going to throw it to the end zone. Oh, way high and out of bounds, and well out of the end zone.
He was trying to hit the Wheeler band back there. He just sailed that pass. You know, he had a DB draped all over him. There's nothing he could really do about that. Just overthrows it, makes sure that Roswell can't pick it. But, you know, I think the tuba player over there, the guy that you were talking about at the beginning of the game, and, you know, I think he was trying to hit him over there.
So here we go, 3rd and 13 after the incompletion. 5:01 left to play in this first half. Wheeler still in Roswell territory at the 18. Kirkland rolls to his left, going to fire, fade to the end zone. Incomplete, bouncing around on the track now. So this would be an interesting call for Wheeler. I'm pretty sure they're going to bring up the kick team with the close proximity, or closer proximity than they've had in this game so far.
Good job of the Roswell defense, pushing him out of bounds. Can't really go anywhere. Guy had no chance to catch it anyway. So now it's going to be interesting to see how this Wheeler kicker does. You know, are we going to be saying hook left, hook right? I hope we are.
And here is the field goal attempt. It is up, and it is no good. So Roswell dodges, not necessarily a bullet, more kind of like a spit wad, but Hornets will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20 with 4:53 left to play in this first half, in a good position to score once, take a lead going into halftime.
And guess who that missed field goal is accredited to? Justice Harris for saving the touchdown on that tackle on that big 3rd down run.
So here we go, 1st and 10 from our 20, and we got Sheldon out there, big Sheldon, or no, that's Machine, I'm sorry, Machine taking it very close to midfield, and Machine for a big Roswell first down.
Big gain from Roswell to get down near the 50-yard line, and just, wow, just great run by Machine.
So here we go, clock just under 4:45 left to play in this first half. Hornets driving, one play, one first down so far. Whitaker, pump fakes. Whitaker to the side end and is deflected at the line. Pass was intended for Machine. He was wide open on the flat.
And it's just a good job of Wheeler to get pressure in the backfield and knock that ball away from everybody. You know, can't really complain much.
So this will bring up 2nd and 10 with 4:32 left to play in the first half. Whitaker gives up the middle, wide open, and then he's met by shoelace tackle by one of the Wildcat defenders. This will bring up about 3rd and 5.
Sheldon was one tackle away from taking that to the house. Oh, so close.
That's like story of the year this year.
Pretty much.
Sheldon one tackle away from taking it to the house. Sheldon one tackle away from an 80-yard gain. Sheldon one tackle away from scoring 20 times a game. So this will be 3rd and 5. Roswell in Wheeler territory now at Wheeler 47. Just under 4 minutes left in the first half. And it looks like movement. Can't tell if it's on Roswell or if it was Wheeler jumped early and hit us.
Most of the time when the penalty's blown at the whistle's blown at before the ball is snapped, it usually means it's on the offense, and it is. Now, had it been on the defense, we probably would have continued play, and Roswell would have gotten a free play. By free play, I mean, you know, they can afford to chuck the ball down the field and try to score, because if they don't complete it, they get 5 yards anyway, and they repeat the down.
So here we go, 3rd and 10. Roswell back in their own territory at the 48. James looking, has a lot of time. James being flushed. Rolls out, to throw, just a little high of the up back. Ella Evans going down there on the sideline. Had he caught it, had he stayed in bounds, but it would have been a first down.
That's a great read by James, as he was about to scramble the ball, and the Wheeler defender left his man to go pick up James, leaving Sheldon Evans wide open. James having to throw off of his back foot, and it was a little bit high, but I still like the read from James. It's still a good job.
And he went as he checked down all of his receivers. Sheldon was the only one open.
And you know, I like the throw. I like the idea. I like the game strategy.
So Roswell punting with 3:30 left to play in the first half. And a little confusion. They thought a Wheeler person hit it, but apparently not, just a Roswell player. So they down it just outside of the 25-yard line. So Wheeler will take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line with 3:25 left to play in this first half. We're still tied 7-7.
That would have been a nice little break there for Roswell.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Ball hitting a Wheeler player. We just kind of pick it up and walk into the end zone. That would have been very nice.
One of those, thank you, I'll take that.
Thank you very much.
So Kirkland works from his own 22. Gives it off to Green. Green breaks about 2 tackles before he's tackled right about just outside of that 30-yard line. So this will bring up about 2nd and short for the Wildcats, make about 2nd and 3.
And just a good run, good defense on that as well. 2nd and 3. Now, it'll be interesting to see what Wheeler does, because, you know, Wheeler, of course, still struggling on the run. You know, they got 7 yards there, but that's really been their only productive run play for more than 4 yards. Most of their run plays have been less than 3.
Just under 3 minutes now left to play in the first half. Green breaks out of a tackle. I couldn't believe it. Broke out of a pile of about 4 tacklers, but only gains about a yard.
I don't know how.
Or nothing.
I don't know how he got out of that swarm of Hornet defenders. That was a great job by Roswell of forcing him back, and they had him, but, you know, little slippery defender over there, but still a good job by the second line of defense by Roswell, making the big tackle.
Just under 2:30 left to play in this first half. Roswell also working with all 3 timeouts. So this will bring up 3rd and 5 at the 28 for Wheeler. I think Coach Ford's keeping him in his back pocket.
I think if you stop Wheeler right here, you take a timeout.
Pass is complete over the middle. Not enough for a first down. Catch is made by Franklin, but it'll be short of the first down by about a yard or 2.
Coach Ford electing to, big hit by the way, but Coach Ford electing to keep his 3 timeouts in his back pocket. Obviously his timeouts are more valuable than time at this point, which can be the case. Now, had we been maybe a minute, then you take your timeout. But I think the fact that you had 2:10 left, you go ahead and not call a timeout. But Wheeler's going to go for it. Wow,
probably
this is
gutsy. Probably going to try to get him to go off sides. Actually, Coach Ford did not take a timeout. Clock's still running.
Watch the ball. Watch the ball. They're just going to let the clock run down, and Wheeler's going to take their final timeout. Great job of Roswell watching that ball. That is textbook 4th and 1 defense, because we even see this in the college and pro levels. Is you have 4th and 1 on inside your own territory, and you're like, all right, we're going to send him out there. We're going to try to get him to jump off sides, maybe get an easy first down. Great job of the Roswell line and the DBs of watching the ball and making sure that they don't jump off sides, forcing Wheeler to burn their last 3rd and final timeout. And now we're going to get the ball back with 1:34 left, and we're going to try to score. And remember, we deferred after the coin toss, so Roswell will receive to open the second half.
And another thing to note is that Wheeler had burned their first 2 timeouts within the first 8 minutes of the game. I don't know if it was for fear the federal government would take them away at the end of the game, or if he just wanted to act like Les Miles for a little bit, or maybe a little bit of both. But Wheeler's now left with no timeouts. Roswell still has 3 in their back pocket.
I mean, if you're Wheeler, you don't need your timeouts at this point. I mean, you don't get a candy bar for every timeout that you get. That'd be nice, though. That'd be a nice little incentive. Be like, hey, if you keep your timeouts, we're going to give you a chocolate bar.
But, you know, the funniest thing is Les Miles, though, at LSU, he uses his timeouts for the fear that the federal government will take them away. And I also think maybe the Louisiana government, because down there, there's a little something in the water sometimes.
I go, no, take away the timeout. I was like, I don't know, I tried.
Farmer Fran from Bobby Boucher just made a guest appearance, apparently.
We live about another day. Hey, Jimmy, we live about another day.
Now Machine will not see this punt as it takes a Wheeler bounce almost to the 15-yard line, and that's where it will be spotted. With 1:20 left to play in this first half. Roswell's now working at their own 15.
That was a really nice Wheeler bounce. That ball bounced on the 35.
How about I say that ball bounced for 20 yards?
Like how? Machine lost in the lights, and it happens. It's that time of night. The lights get in your eyes.
He was on the other hash. Machine was standing on that left hash, or his left hash, and it was going towards the right.
Well, you know why he stands on the left hash is because Wheeler's punter is a soccer-style kicker. So the 3 members of Wheeler will follow that punter wherever he goes when he punts it, and Wheeler, he kind of takes a running start to his right and then kicks it like a soccer player.
Interesting. Sheldon up the middle for about 9 yards, making it 2nd and short. And Roswell used their first timeout with 1:08 left to play in the first half. Smart timeout.
And I like that play call by Coach Ford because it's 7-7. It's a tie ball game. Roswell gets the ball in the second half. Obviously, with 3 timeouts, we're going to try to score. So what's Wheeler probably doing? They probably backed all of their players off of that line, maybe only loaded 4 in the box, and everybody else drops into coverage. So Coach Ford just gives the ball to Sheldon and says, hey, go get me 9-10 yards, and that's exactly what he did. And then you burn your first timeout, and now you set up a pass play. I love it. I love the play call. It's not a hook and ladder, but I'll take it.
I'm about to say, it's one of those plays that'll take all day, and especially with 3 timeouts.
Oh, yeah.
It's like being in baseball when you, as a pitcher, you're up 0-2 in the count. It's like, yeah, you got a ball to give.
Yeah, just burn it. Why not?
Just throw him a pitch. Maybe he'll swing. You know, who knows? Maybe he'll be like Yasiel Puig for 3 months of the season, just swing it, whatever.
It happens. Ball bounces in the dirt. He still swings at it. Maybe he'll catch it on the bounce.
Or maybe just be like the Red Sox and just don't swing at anything.
Are you sure you're not talking about the Braves? No, we swing at everything. Excuse me.
I was about to say, Braves swing at everything.
We swing at everything. Don't swing
at anything.
You know we led the league in most strikeouts this year?
I heard that towards the end of the season.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
I was surprised that the Red Sox didn't lead that cat. Oh, wait, we were 2nd in that category.
I think you guys led in strikeouts looking.
Yes, that's true. That's right. So Roswell gets a good first down on a good inside draw. Clock will stop at 1:02 to move the chains for the first down. This is kind of like a free timeout. Don't have to call a timeout. Clock stops gives you enough time to get the chain set, get your play in, and get everybody set to go right before the clock starts. And hey, clock starts now under a minute.
Another run by Sheldon. I love it. We're keeping Wheeler honest.
Whitaker pump fakes, rolls back out of the pocket over the middle. Pass complete over the middle. We'll be short of a first down just outside of the 40 at the 39. Ford calls his second timeout, and they stop the clock now. 44 seconds left to play in the first half. Excuse me.
Roswell should have about 5 seconds added onto that clock because Coach Ford at about 50 seconds was calling timeout, 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 and the ref didn't see him. There should be time added back on this clock. I don't think they're going to get it. Once again, another bad call. But love the play fake. James doing a little hitch at the beginning of play, and then driving back, great block by Sheldon Evans to pick up the defender rushing. It allowed Justin Ellis to get upfield and then catch it at the 40. I mean, that's a great play call. Almost got the first down too. Had he got the first down, we wouldn't have had to burn a timeout, but that's still a great play call. I still think we should have 50 seconds left, but that's just me. That's none of my business.
James has yet to run on a play so far, but I'll tell you what, he curled on a dime on that last play to curl back after the pump fake. He can run. We haven't seen it yet. Thankfully, he's had a ton of time to throw the ball. I mean, he has had ample time. He's had Aaron Murray has time to throw the ball.
And you know what? Let's keep it that way. Let's make sure that stays that way.
And flag down on the field.
Looks like it's going to be offsides against us.
Offsides against Ross is going to be the indication. Ford doesn't want any of it.
Yeah, and
Ford's actually imploring with the ref, probably asking where it was, who it was, or why it was called. So this will bring up a 2nd and 6 with 41 seconds left.
Hey, reset the clock to 44. Hey, reset the clock to 44.
They're actually going to reset the clock back to 44 seconds.
I think they heard our coaches behind us. I think the audience heard our coaches behind us screaming. But yeah, I mean, referee we started the clock, and it was a false start, so the clock obviously doesn't run. So it's a good job by the officials to make sure that we get it back to 44 seconds.
Look, unidentified aircraft in the region.
That's not an unidentified aircraft. That's our blimp.
Wide open pass to Machine right over the middle. First down, Hornets into Wheeler territory.
What a catch by Machine.
38 seconds left. Hornets are driving again now in Wheeler territory with one timeout in their back pocket.
I mean, what a catch by Machine. It's just, another penalty.
A little confusion here on the field.
I mean, while this is being sorted out, we're going to see this. Machine, all the time in the world to throw. Machine wide open, gets upfield for another 3 yards after the catch. Great play by Roswell. Great way to get downfield. I love the execution on that. And unfortunately, another false start pushes Roswell back another 5 yards. Coach Ford, once again, livid. Get him, Coach. They're gonna.
It's interesting. We're trying to run up tempo. We're trying to run no huddle, and it's almost as if it's kind of like when Oregon gets bit in the butt because of it. When they get called for offsides.
38 seconds.
Kind of like it's like Roswell's having the problems that Texas Tech had last week against Oklahoma State. They were running a hurry up offense, but they were getting up the field and they were snapping the ball before they were set.
I gotta wait till the ref tells me to. I don't have control. He does. 38. All right.
He's telling you. He's telling us. Not saying.
Trust me, I'd make it 40 if I had to.
Well, I hope everybody just heard that conversation.
I was about to say, it was kind of interesting.
I'm sorry for not speaking because that was kind of an interesting conversation to listen to.
Whitaker going to step up, avoids the pressure, and he falls forward for about 4 yards.
And they're gonna let the clock run, so they need to get on the ball right now. And they're gonna. If I were Roswell, I would throw this ball really far down the field, try to get inside the 20 on this.
Whitaker, quick snap, dumps over the middle.
That's
Machine
exactly
wide open. Machine at the 30. He's going. Gets tied up with a man. We'll stop the clock with 8 seconds left. Looks like Coach Ford's going for the spike.
Spike it now. You spike it now. You get one shot to the end zone. You don't get it, then you kick the field goal. Spike it. Good.
And it was clock stops with 6 seconds. Only 2 seconds came off the clock. So 6 seconds left. 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 26-yard line for the Hornets.
Roswell has 2 options at this point. They have 1 timeout, and I kind of want them to do this. Go to the end zone. Okay, run a corner route to either Machine or Reggie. Go to the end zone. If you don't get the touchdown, hopefully you have a second or 2 on the clock and we can line up for a field goal. If we don't get the touchdowns but we catch the ball, we still have 1 timeout to take so that we could set up a field goal.
Whitaker looks.
This is going to be the final play.
This will be the last play of the half. Rolling, trying to find it. Throws it, dumps it over the middle. Man, it gets taken down at the 11. Hey, had no one to throw, check down wide receiver.
Hey,
go into the halftime and get the ball to start.
I'm fine with that. That was a great read by James.
I totally agree.
Had nobody downfield, just checks it down. Machine gets us a nice carry. Unfortunately, time ran out. And now we go into halftime tied, and I'm okay with this.
So just as Adam just said, we have a 7-7 tie here at halftime with the Wheeler Wildcats, all the way from Cobb County. They came to play, Adam, 2-3 or 1-4, whatever the record is. They don't care. But we're going to send it down now. Commercial. We're going to go to a commercial real quick right before the half.
When I build a winning team, I look for speed.
Back. Machine breaks another tackle.
I look for accuracy.
Down there at the 3-yard line. It is caught.
And I look for strength.
Lost on the play by about 5.
And that's why Friday nights under the lights in Roswell are built Ford tough.
We have the Wheeler High School and Roswell High School marching bands. We'll see you in the second half.
Always will be.
Tonight, for your halftime enjoyment, we proudly present the 2014 edition of the Wheeler Wildcat Pride Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Mark Hoskins with assistance from Anthony Hickey. This year's show is titled Distorted, Creepy, and Bizarre, featuring the music of Benoit Jutras from Cirque du Soleil's La Nuba, Radiohead, and Michael Daughtry. Musical selections include Distorted, Creep, and Bizarro. Due to time constraints, tonight's performance will consist of Creep and Bizarro only. The band is under the field command of Mr. Jacob O'Neill and Ms. Lexi Giuliani. Band president is Mr. Michael Gaveda. The staff includes Eric Donaldson, Molly Fabre, Mariana Barclay, Harrison Udi, Ryan Murphy, Nico Athanas, Mia Athanas, Lane Doss, Jonathan Shire, and TJ Shaheen. The Wildcat Pride would like to thank the parents, staff, and student body of Wheeler High School for their continued support. And now, on the Wildcat Pride Marching Band.
So it's coming down? Well, I thought it should be outside. Well, it's still outside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, the Roswell Hornets Swarm. Tonight, we are proud to present our 2014 production entitled The Uprising, which features the music of the rock band Muse. The first movement is called The Big Brother, the second is called The Catalyst, and the third is called The Uprising. The music portrays the agony of oppression, the spark
shame it, to mock it. With our art, our music, our literature, our stubbornness, our joy, our weariness, our sheer relentlessness, and our ability to tell our own stories. Stories that are different from the ones we are being brainwashed.
Fans, the Roswell football team would like to thank Publix for their support of the program by catering the food for our press box team and support staff. Please take a moment to smile over in Publix and take Plaza and give them a big hearty thank you. been your hometown dealer since 1980. Whether it's your next car or your next car seat, Regal Nissan in Roswell. Register to win a Hornets tailgate package at the Regal tent during tonight's game. North Fulton Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine is proud to celebrate its 31st year as the official sports rehabilitation provider for the Roswell Hornets. For prompt evaluation and treatment of your orthopedic and sports medicine injuries, see the folks at North Fulton Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine.
How you girls enjoying middle school?
They specialize in...
You guys like it? Yeah. Excellent. Good to hear. You guys having a good year so far? Yes. Excellent. Excellent. Good to see you girls.
Capital Advisors have been proud sponsors of Roswell High School football for many years. If you have any mortgage financing needs, please visit Blake and his team at Lincoln Capital Advisors. North Fulton Hospital has been caring for our community for 30 years. Emergency care, surgical services, and cancer treatment are just some of the top quality services they provide right here in Roswell. When you call on North Fulton Hospital, you'll score big. Studio 7 Photography wants to say thank you so much for allowing our studio to document this important time of their lives. Dan Carmody, owner of Studio 7, actually played football under Coach Cohen in 1981. And to this day, his blood runs green. The Hornets. Hey Hornets, Taco Mac on West Roswell Road is proud to be the pre-game and post-game hangout for Roswell High School football.
I'm still trying to find
There's also something for everyone at T-Mac. Come by, hang out.
If I can't find it, I'm like, you like the black helmets?
I'm gonna get one though in October. So I have to get it for my collection, or for my weekend matches. Get that one.
Well, I was gonna get you a suit on November. That's the thing. That was your suit.
For your next pigskin party.
And
I know.
and that weekend we play. Let's see. We play K-State. So I could be on the K-State.
They sell me at the Tennessee State bookstore.
We have to go to.
Oh, Kansas.
Kansas.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Tennessee State.
Kansas. What are you going to say?
What?
What are you going to say? Just ask me like what we need to improve on and what we need to continue doing. Yes.
Kickoff is taken by number 8, Jacob Kama.
And we're back here to start the second half, Adam. We're tied at 7 with Wheeler here at halftime. But what do we got to do to get the big W tonight and walk away from this win feeling good about our offense and feeling good about everything else?
Well, the biggest thing that we have to do is we have a need and a keep up. Our need is our offense right now. We need to do well on offense so that we can put some more points up on the board. You know, it's like our offense is doing well right now, and I think that they can keep, if they can keep that up, then we're going to put some more points on the board. The other key to the game that I said at the beginning was special teams. I think our special team is doing great, and I want to see our defense keep up that relentless pressure that they have put on the quarterback this game.
Adam, I totally agree with that. Just because the fact that we've only been able to get in the end zone once, but we've been able to run the ball effectively, and we've been able to also incorporate the pass a good bit, with James throwing a lot more than we're used to. But he's been connecting on a lot of his passes, especially to Mashane Slade. So it'd be good to see that back in the second half. So we have 2nd and 10. At the 33, give up to Evans on a draw, and he's cutting and jiving and juking his way for a big 5-yard gain, which will bring up a 3rd and 5. And the ball will be spotted, and it looks as though the 37-yard line, actually gain of about 6 on the play, and ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line.
And that's a good run. You know, sets up a 3rd and short. I think now with 3rd and 4, you can give it to Sheldon Evans and he can get you the first down. But I also wouldn't mind seeing one of those little short wide receiver screens or that. Perfect pass.
Great pass. Again, Mashane Slade, he's been the top receiver tonight for the Hornets. But you have, again, number 87, my man, big tight end, Justin Ellis, catching the 1 touchdown that we got tonight. So it's like, use Mashane to set up Ellis.
And I like that, it shows the depth that Roswell has at receivers, because we do have a really big depth at receivers, and I absolutely love that about this team, is that there isn't a single position on this field that's a weakness.
So Whitaker out of the gun, puts Mashane in motion. Mashane, right side of your field in the sweep, and he's got wide open holes to run through for a big first down. Mashane Slade into Wheeler territory. Great
Blocking on that speed play right there. Mashane does a good job of getting up in the hole, and as we were to see right here, we're going to see right here on the play. It's like the give is to Mashane, and just a great job of blocking right there before we could see the end of the play. But he did a great job of blocking, getting upfield, and we have a fumble.
And Wheeler defenders taking this at the 30 to 25, and you got James racing him down. He cuts in there and scores. That was number 5, Elijah Brown, the defensive back, on the fumble return for the touchdown. So Roswell goes down 13 to 7 with 9:57 left to play in the 3rd quarter, but they get the ball right back.
And you know what? That's just good recognition by Wheeler to pick up the ball and run downfield, because it's like, no offense to Roswell, our offensive linemen aren't that fast, so they're not going to catch a DB after he picks up a fumble and goes scoop and score all the way to the end zone. I mean, there's nothing you can really do about it on that. And I feel like the next series, the Roswell offense is going to come out. We're going to come out angry, and we're going to come out hungry. Calling it right now, I am predicting a Roswell touchdown on the next drive. I'm 1 for 1. Matt to make it 2 for 2. Here we go.
Oh, almost blocked that extra point. Came in there really close to it, but the extra point is up and good. So with 9:57 left to play, Wheeler takes a stunning 14 to 7 lead off of the fumble for 6. And Ross is going to get the ball back. Now, last time Wheeler scored, we responded with a touchdown. It took about a drive to get it going, but still, we've been able to respond. Now, Roswell has to respond and then close the door. They got to close the door on these Wildcats, because apparently these Wildcats are pretty upset from starting out 1-4, 2-3, however you want to shake that out. And they're pretty pesky right now.
And they're not going away. They're like that, they're like the annoying sun in the middle of July. It's just like, just go behind a cloud or something. And I think Roswell, we're going to bounce back from that turnover. And I think that I got a feeling that we might start opening the passing game a little more now. We had a couple running plays that have worked, but I think Wheeler's starting to expect us to run the ball. So I feel like Coach Ford, in his great play calling ability, he's going to start opening up the pass more. Maybe start hitting Reggie and Justin Ellis and Mashane and Shakur, and maybe even Sheldon Evans on some screens. I'd like to see that some more, and I think that's what's going to happen. Lining up for a pooch kick. We know what they're doing.
That's just a deep pooch kick right there, returned by Mashane. He's at the 20 now. Up to the 25, he's got a hole. He's at the 30, the 35, the 40. Trying to get off one man, and is taken down at around the 43-yard line. Mashane Slade, good return, about a 23-yard return on that.
As we're going to look at the replay right here, as Mashane gets the ball and comes across the field, does a great job of blocking. Here comes Sheldon. Boom. Big block right there. And that even gives Mashane another 7-8 yards after the play. Because here's the point of a pooch kick. You kick the ball up in the air, and you kick it short, so that it either forces a really short gain or a fair catch. And Wheeler did not execute that.
Sheldon looking for holes, so he's going to go to the outside. He's at the 50, the 45. He's breaking away. Flag on the play at the 25, 20, 15. Sheldon Evans for 6. Check the flag on the play.
We're going to see the replay here. Unfortunately, I think this one may be coming back, but we're going to look at this great run by Sheldon. So he gets to the middle, has nothing there, gets to the outside. Great block by Mashane right there, and then Sheldon uses his speed. Another great block from Shakur up the field. He's at the 10-5 touchdown. Nobody's going to catch him, but unfortunately, we do have a penalty against Roswell. and that's going to come back. But still, a great run by Sheldon, even with the penalty. Great run.
Yeah, he seems a little frustrated because of the penalty because, man, he took off.
And give it to him again.
He showed that speed. It was like, you know, it reminded me of Gurley. Starts out a little bit slow. Once he hits that hole, he just powers through it.
And it's going to be holding against Roswell, and just that's frustrating if you're a Roswell football fan, because that was such a beautiful run. All the momentum would have been on our side. You know what? Let's do it again. Let's give it back to Sheldon.
Because it happened well past the first down, it's only going to be, looks like 1st and 7 for the Hornets. Give up to Sheldon up the middle. Let's see if he can do it again. He won't get the touchdown, but he'll get the first down and keep moving the sticks, which is good. Hornets moving the ball.
Another great run by Sheldon. You know, got up the field, as you can see right here. Shane comes in motion. Another great run by Sheldon. He just hits the hole. That's all he does. He breaks some tackles and actually gets a couple more yards after the initial contact. Roswell's been doing a good job of getting extra yards after contact, and I like to see that. They're not giving up on the play. They're trying to get as many yards as they can.
So they put Machine in motion on the sweep. They're going to give to, Machine got a cut. If it wasn't on his shoelaces for the tackle, he could have taken that for a first down.
I feel like that's been the story all season too. It's, Machine missed one tackle. And what I've seen from Roswell over the past couple of weeks, because I did go to both away games, is that Machine,
well-traveled man.
Machine, we've used him to the outside, and we've used Sheldon up the middle. I love that. Use your power back up the middle, use your speed back to the outside. I love it.
Oh, beautiful fake give up the middle to Sheldon. I love it. James faked the pass, gave it right up the middle to Sheldon.
That was a great. It fooled me. I thought James was going to end up throwing it. That's a great fake by James, and gets. You know, I mean, we didn't get anything on the play, but I still like the play call. It's still a good play call.
A good solid call. Just under 8:30 left to play in this third quarter. Man in motion, bottom of your screen. Whitaker rolls to his left, being shaken, has to dump it off at the sideline. Complete pass. Man fighting for yardage. Going to be a little bit short of the first down by about 2 to 3 yards. Kendrick Jackson on the play, but there is a flag down there at midfield. And actually, the flags, it's ironic. I keep thinking they're towels. They're actually flags because they're pink.
And guess what? Guess what the play call is? Roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer on Wheeler.
And that is a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, and that's an automatic first down. Now, the referee pointed that was a personal foul, a legal hit to the head, roughing the passer on Wheeler. It'll be interesting to see if they eject this player. Because referees in college, pro, high school, just about, they've gotten very, very strict on hits to the head, and a lot of the times a player will get ejected for that. Referee doesn't want to pick up his flag. He's just going to leave it over there, maybe foreshadowing another penalty here in a second.
James, quick 3-step drop. Oh, just over the receiver's head. I think it was a misread on the.
No, I think he got tipped.
Oh, you think he got tipped?
Because
I
it was
a misread on the play.
I can't really tell from here, but I think the defender may have tipped the ball up into the air. That caused it to go so high, and the ball had so much heat on it that it continued just to sail. I could be wrong. He might have overthrown it, but I honestly think it was a good tip.
I was about to say, because James doesn't misread routes.
Yeah, he doesn't miss that often.
Sheldon trying to be dragged in the backfield, but he's going to take people for at least a yard outside, but not a gain.
I like the play call. I like the idea of running into Sheldon. It's been working. But you know what I really loved on that play? The pen flip from Coach Ford. I just saw him throw something up in the air. I think it was a pen. It was something. It made me laugh. I love Coach Ford.
It's funny how we always describe the idiosyncrasies of the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Or at least Coach Ford, and it's just awesome every time. Whitaker looks, steps up in the pocket. Oh, he's going to make his way out of it. Whitaker over the middle, in traffic. What a catch! Very close to a first down.
Oh, they're going to call it incomplete.
Oh, and they're going to call it off incomplete.
Once again, that referee over there cannot make that call. The receiver's back was turned to him. That is the back judge's call. I'm just saying.
So now we're going to send it down to Alex on the sidelines for the first time in the second half. Alex, what do you got?
In the locker room, in halftime, from my source on the sideline said that the coaches were encouraging the players to play better. Also, the penalties here that they've been getting on those big plays, especially the one with Sheldon Evans, have just took some life out of these sidelines. That's all I got. Back up to you, Dave.
And last play on that 4th and 11, Machine got a pass over the middle, but it was shy of the first down.
And it's okay because I like that play call. You know, I like the short pass, try to get upfield. It was just a good read by the Wheeler defense. What I don't like is the no call on the unsportsmanlike conduct by the referee after one of our offensive linemen got shoved after the play. I don't like that.
Well, Wheeler takes over 1st and 10 at their own 16 deep in their own territory. Kirkland gives up to Green. Green nowhere to run, gained a yard if he's lucky.
And just a good job by Roswell, keeping him in front. You know, they just turned the ball over. I'm looking at the defense to make a really big stop right here. Let's get this ball back for the offense in a 3 and out.
So Wheeler switching up their offense a little bit. Kirkland, 3-step drop, wide open wide receiver in the flat, gets the first down and a little bit more before he's met by 3 Hornet defenders and driven back, but not before he gets that first down.
That was a good route. Good route by Wheeler. Nice throw from Kirkland. I mean, it's good overall execution. And as you know, if you're Roswell, there's not much you can do on that because it's just great execution. But still, a good job of Roswell of keeping him in front, only giving him the first down and not a touchdown.
Just under 6:13 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Kirkland working out of the spread again. Gives up to Green. Green stopped for little or no yardage on the play. This will bring up 2nd and about 10.
Wheeler is not going to win this football game running the ball. It's not working. It hasn't worked yet. So the only way that they're going to win this game is if they start passing the ball. And from what I've seen, other than maybe 3 plays, they can't pass the ball either. I think this Roswell defense has got their number.
Yeah, other than the fumble recovery and that one passing touchdown, Wheeler doesn't have much to fight for.
And I mean, it was like the Roswell defense just playing great. Should have been a false start there. Offensive lineman moved early.
Nonetheless, just like you just said, that front 7 playing great tonight pulls up another stop for little or no yardage. So this will bring up 3rd and 8. Ball spot at the 33.
And this is a big 3rd down for Roswell. They need to get off the field. Let's get our offense back on the field. Let's get that tired Wheeler defense back out on the field. And it'll be an interesting play call. I think Wheeler's gonna run the same thing they've been doing all game, little screen passes, try to get upfield. I don't think they're gonna throw it deep. Look, a screen pass.
A wide receiver screen pass to be exact, and they hit him just a little shy of that first down out of bounds.
Great defense by Roswell. We're gonna see this right here. So it's a good job by the Wheeler defender. Wheeler receiver, and it's even a better job of the swarm of the Roswell secondary to stop him short of the first down. And now Roswell's going to get the ball back. Now, if you're Coach Ford, do you maybe send everybody, try to go block this punt? Because Roswell's been very close, and with the soccer-style kicking of this punter, Roswell could maybe go steal a blocked punt here. And he's not very far back. Long snapper is offsides. Thank you. It's offsides against Wheeler. Going to back him up 5 yards.
So 4th and 3 will now turn into 4th and 8 from Wheeler's on 35. All right, we're going to send it down again to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what do you got?
My man, Trey Lamar, a couple of plays ago, just hunted down the ball carrier, stayed consistent with them, and just laid a big hit by also Leroy Wilson was also on that play. Back up to you, Dave.
So very high punt, very shallow punt, but yet again another great bounce. This kid's net punting average is off the charts just because of the bounce it takes.
Can we check the ball, please, for something that they put? They put bouncy balls in that ball because this thing is going.
Flubber.
Robin Williams, you're putting flubber into the Wheeler Wildcat footballs. I've never seen, a ball land at the 50 and roll all the way to the 26-yard line. I don't understand it.
So give up to Sheldon. Sheldon trying to spin his way and move some people around. Get up. He crosses the 30-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Just under 4:30 left to play in this third quarter.
You know what? Great run by Sheldon. He was stopped actually for about a yard. But, of course, the yards after contact by the rumbling, bumbling back Sheldon Evans gets Roswell a solid 4-yard gain. And if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. 4 yards on every play, you're in the end zone eventually.
And Sheldon being driven back by a host of Wheeler defenders, but he did a good job of not getting dropped for a loss.
And he got back to the original line of scrimmage. He's dodging the wimpy Wildcat tacklers. He's doing a great job of running the ball. And now with a 3rd and 6 situation instead of it being 3rd and 8, this is more manageable. And I see Roswell maybe going to the air on this play, but good job by Sheldon.
So here we go. 3:41 left to play in the third quarter. 3rd and 7, excuse me. Whitaker looks, inside slant, and it is dropped right through the hands. Oh, that would have been a first down.
Reggie's got a first down if he catches that ball, but that's a great read.
That's the first slant we've thrown all game.
Right, and that was a great play call by Coach Ford to look at Reggie for that slant. I mean, I can't complain with the play call. He's just got to come down with that ball. There's those mental mistakes that are wins and losses, but Coach Ford's going to handle that. He's gonna pound that into Reggie White's head. But still, a great play, great look. Love it.
So DiRoberto will be punting from his own 17-yard line. Gets off the punt, soccer style. Bouncing around, man picks it up at the 30, gets to the 40 and is met by a host of Hornet defenders at the 42-yard line. Led by Scott Simons on that tackle.
It's actually Demetrius Kasharis.
Oh, Kasharis kicking.
He's still our punter. But you see right here, here comes the front. Good snap, great snap, good kick, and even better job of the Roswell coverage. Bounces. Hey, we got a nice bounce too. And then just a great job of Roswell swarming to the tackle, led by Scott, led by Leroy. Good execution, and now it's the defense's turn to shine again.
Man comes in motion, bottom of your screen. Kirkland rolls, fires, well incomplete and overthrown. Matthew Stafford the ball over there.
But what a rush by Trey Lamar, hitting the quarterback and bringing the pressure. And what I loved about that was, the pressure got to the quarterback, and the quarterback overthrew the ball. And that's just great job by the Roswell defense.
How did we have 3 band members skipping on the track and we didn't say anything about it? I pretty much just heard "The Hills Are Alive" in my head from the Sound of Music as that was happening. I don't know why, but I just thought that was
our director's having a little too much fun.
Could be worse. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass with 3:16 left to play in the third. Kirkland's going to take it himself. He gets by one man and gets close to a first down, but will be shy. Ball will be spotted just outside of midfield. Looks as though it will be in Roswell territory by about an inch or so.
Looks like it's going to be on the 50. It's going to be about 3rd and 2. Now, if you're Roswell, they've been running the ball all game. Load up the box. Let's put 8-9 guys in the box and let's bring the house and let's go get these guys.
All right, so 3rd and short for this defense. They did spot the ball just at the 50. Oh, and he is met, and he is dropped for a loss. That Roswell front 7 doing it again, gang tackling these Wheeler Wildcats and forcing them into a 4th and short situation.
Brought the house, dropped him for a loss in the backfield. Now it's 4th and 3, and that's a very long 3, and Wheeler's going to punt it. Great job by our defense.
So, Adam, as we said earlier, Roswell went on the road for 2 weeks, or for 2 straight road games, but also had a week off before Walton and after Milton. So, been on the road for 4 weeks, or away from home. We go to Pope next week, and tell us about the schedule when we come back. I'll just at least say this: when's homecoming?
Homecoming is the weekend after we play Pope. We come back and we play, I believe, Woodstock
or Cherokee.
I believe it's one of the two. I can't really remember. I don't have the schedule in front of me. But we come home and we play Woodstock on homecoming, and then the next following game is either Woodstock or Cherokee, whoever we don't play on homecoming, and that's Military Appreciation Night. And then we have another home game after we come back from Etowah for Senior Night. Lassiter, excuse me. We come back from Etowah for Senior Night to play Lassiter.
Excellent. So homecoming against the Cherokee County team in 3 weeks on the 24th. On the 17th, we have another Cherokee County team the week before. That's for Military Appreciation Night.
It was Woodstock. I was right.
Machine keeping his feet in bounds for a first down, tiptoeing that sideline and getting back into almost towards inside of the hash.
He's tiptoeing in his Jordans on the sideline. Great job of keeping in bounds.
All right, we're going to send it down again to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what you got?
On special teams, the coach is a little bit frustrated on the return that the return man, Shakur Jackson or Machine Slade, catch the balls instead of letting them bounce, because they're bouncing off the 20 because you want to get it on the 20 and return it from there or down it, but they're doing the opposite. It's bouncing to the 15. So hopefully that can change on the second half. Back up to you, Dave.
So Whitaker, during the interview during the sideline report with Alex, Whitaker had an incomplete pass on the sideline. Probably wouldn't have worked out so well even if he got the ball to his receiver. And so now they just went to Sheldon Evans up the middle on a draw, which will bring up a 3rd and about 7 on this play. 3rd and 6 actually. Ball be spotted at the 32-yard line for the Hornets. Whitaker looking. Whitaker just going to take a sack, and there is a flag on the play. It is a flag on the play. It looked as though it could be horse collar or face mask on the play.
I kind of think that's what the call is because the play's so far back there. I get a feeling it's that.
I think they hyped it too soon. I don't think he was ready for the...
Horse collaring. That's an automatic first down. Wheeler coaches in the box
do not like it.
They do not like the call. That's an automatic first down for Roswell and a 15-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. It's about time Roswell got a call on offense, excuse me. Should be an automatic first down. The Wheeler Wildcat coaches are up here arguing the call, but that should be an automatic first down, but they're not going to give it to him. Any personal foul, ladies and gentlemen, is an automatic first down. Unless it's like holding hands. But I got a feeling that wouldn't be a personal foul. Unless you're holding your hands while you're beating him on the top of the head.
Whitaker again has all day. Over the middle, tip pass. Oh. Now that turns into 4th down, 4th and 8 at the 30.
And you know what? I love the call. We had Ellis down the field, and it was a good tip by Wheeler. But hey, he comes up with that. That's 7 points right there. I like it. I like what's going to be heading into the 4th quarter because we got about 4 seconds left.
So 4 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Roswell still down 14-7. Needing a score, needing a turnover.
Good punt.
Good high punt. Kicker can't the returner can't be taken down, but he finally is.
Good swarm by Roswell. You know, can't ask for anything else. You know, good job, good punt by Demetrius. You know, changed fields again, and just I love it. I love the execution on special teams.
Just heard from a fan actually that he counted 12 men on the field for Wheeler. He never called it.
Oh look, the referees again.
So to start this fourth quarter, before we get into the action, we're going to send it back down to Alex on the sidelines. Alex, what you got?
That last major penalty that went for the Hornets actually didn't give them a first down. It was 3rd and 6. There was some confusion with the coaches because they thought they had the first down, so they took their time in getting the play and getting it right with the ref. So it was a 3rd and 6, and unfortunately, it wasn't enough to move the chains. Back up to you, Dave.
So we're going to start this fourth quarter down by 7, but Ford did something I haven't seen him do ever, and that's pull the whole team together.
That's I like that.
No, I love it. You need this win. Pull the whole team together, get them rallied for 12 more minutes.
Get your fours up in the air. It's time.
So to start the fourth quarter, Wheeler gain goes for no yards or little yards, as that's been the theme all night. So with 11:45 left in this game, Wheeler's looking at a 2nd and 9. Ball will be spotted at the 40. This is where the defense earns the game ball and gets it back. Wheeler has yet to commit a turnover. One of those would be pretty nice right about now.
I would like a turnover.
Yeah. Oh, pass batted out of the backfield. Incomplete pass. This brings up 3rd and 9 at the 40.
Number 4, Scott Simons, does a good job of getting his big old paw up there to knock that ball down, and he almost picked it off on the tip drill. That would have been a nice interception as soon as we say that.
So 3rd and 9, ball still spotted at the 40, 11:23 left to play. Wheeler puts 2 wide receivers out, 2 running backs, fake up the middle. Kirkland moving, and he will be sacked at his own 35, and this will bring up a punting situation on 4th and long. No flags on the play.
How about that Hornet defense? Great pressure on the play, sacks him in the backfield. I love it. I love the way our defense is playing. It's time for our offense to step up. Coach Ford probably got a little rowdy at him, and I think that's going to happen.
You know, I also got to say about this game, we have yet to have a Maddie Rubio mentioned tonight, so I have to say, Maddie Rubio in her outfit for the pink out.
Oh my gosh.
Finger snaps. I mean, that's the 100 emoji with the 2 red lines underneath it. That's what that is right there.
She looks like she's 12.
Yeah. But I like it though. Sequin dress with the feather thing on the bottom. It's cool. It's cool. Maddie Rubio knows how to run that sideline.
The thing is I pull it off better.
I didn't think we were going to bring that up, but yes, that is true. Sometimes you do work that a little bit better.
Hey, you do what you have to do. The ladies love it.
Adam Verzal in a cocktail dress. I think some people do approve of it.
I mean, look, I've got the legs for it. I can't help that. God gave me great legs.
So 10:38 left to play. Roswell takes over at their own 28-yard line. Still down a touchdown, but hey, they got the ball. Time to score, time to put some points on the board. Ball security right now.
Right, and there's no rush. There's no rush. We're not in a hurry. We're not chasing the score yet. So I think, we need to keep it up right now. Touchdown.
Whitaker, deep pass, and it is complete at the 30, the 25. No one will catch Machine Slade. One play on this drive goes for 6. Hornet touchdown.
What a pass from James to Machine. We're going to see it right here. Here we go. Fake. Drops back. Machine wide open. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown. Nobody's going to catch him. He's so fast. Just ran right under the ball. That is the best throw I have ever seen James throw. That was beautiful. Good blocking. Good throw. Good catch. Hornets 6 with the extra point.
You know I'm a Patriots fan. Whitaker just did what Brady couldn't do in Kansas City.
Oh,
and
fake.
A botched field goal turns into a fake, and they drop him back for a loss. Get him by the shoestring.
And what did I say one of my keys to the game was?
10:28 left to play. We are down by a point, but hey, that's just one more chance to win this.
We're going to see that right now. Actually,
it was a design.
It was a design. It was better execution by Wheeler. You know, there's nothing you can do. I like the idea, though. I like the idea of faking it and trying to get 2 points to take the lead.
So with the score now 14-13, still Wheeler, we're going to send it down to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what you got?
This is what champions are made of. You're down by 1 point. Granted, you got back in this thing with a big run by Machine, but coming in the fourth quarter, you got to put it all on the line here, even though you're tired, even though you want the game to be over. You got to put it all on the line here, and that's what Machine did on that last play with that great touchdown run. How about that play, guys? Back up to you.
All right, so with just a 1 point deficit now, Roswell looking at with 10:28 left to play in this game, got to stop them. If they can get a turnover, that'd be ideal, and get this ball back and put some more points on and take their first lead of the game. Most people know out there that I'm a Las Vegas type of guy. I like Vegas. Nobody would have predicted Wheeler to do this in this game had you had Vegas odds on it.
No one would have predicted this. I predicted
so
Roswell
returner
at 30.
at 25, working his way to the 30 and be shoved out of bounds just outside of the 30 market at the 32-yard line. That's where Wheeler will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 32. 10:21 left to play in the game.
And this is a big stop. This is a big drive here for the defense. We're down by 1. We need the ball back. You know, we're not in a rush, but a nice 3 and out or a turnover would be nice. Hey, how about a pick 6 or a score? I would like one of those.
Pick 6 would be good. Fumble 6 would be good. 3 and out would be decent.
How about Mark Sanchez butt fumble?
Oh, those are always fun.
Those are always nice, as long as it's not your quarterback.
Oh, wait, Brady doesn't make those types of mistakes.
And Matt Ryan,
he just doesn't throw to open receivers, or open receivers just don't catch the ball.
And Matt Ryan doesn't make those mistakes. We just don't have an offensive line to block for him.
Hey, join the club. Patriots are now in that club of, hey, we don't have an offensive line. That's why Brady has somebody in his face every play.
We lost three offensive linemen against Minnesota.
Ouch.
It was pretty upsetting.
So 3-yard gain for the Wildcats makes it 2nd and 7. Kirkland throws over the middle, almost intercepted. Oh, that was close. That was close. Rodney Dorsman on the almost INT.
And we know we should have caught that, but still a good play by Roswell. Good pressure, good secondary play. I've still got no complaints about that.
So here we go, 3rd and 7 at the 34 following the incompletion. Wheeler taking some time on this one to decide it. Rightfully so. They haven't gotten a 3rd down conversion in a while. So if I was their coach, I'd be like, something different.
Get a little fan defensive chant going here.
Kirkland gonna pass. Now he's looking to run. Scrambles, trying to get to that edge. I do not think he got the first down.
He is going to be at the 30.
The ref will spot it short of the first down. I think short of the 40 even.
39-yard line. It's going to be 4th and 2. Great job, as we're going to see right here. I'll give Kirkland this. This was a good scramble right here.
He sold out well.
He had nobody down the field. Watch as you see, pocket collapses, rolls out to his left, and he just keeps running. But Trey Lamar just a little bit faster. Down at the 38. 4th and 2, great defensive stop for Roswell, and guess who's getting the ball back? The Roswell Hornets. It's time to put up another 7.
This reminds me of those classic NFL games, all defense. Not an example, the Patriots-Kansas City game, but it shows me one of the games that the Patriots are actually in. One where we're not blown out to start the game.
It's very nice. It's very nice to not get blown out to start the game.
Kind of like your usual Falcons-Saints game when it's in the Georgia Dome. Because Saints don't have such good luck there. High kick. Machine will field this for the first time in 3 punt returns, and this works out good. No bounce on the kick. Machine, great catch. Great no return on that one because they came down his throat really quickly on that one.
The Wheeler punter's net average just went down about 40 yards.
He didn't get that bounce.
He didn't get the flubber bounce. Still.
Yeah, Machine takes the ball back to the ref. He's like, dude, something's
It's
wrong.
like there's green slime all over me.
Yeah,
What's
it's like,
going
hey,
on?
Stripes, why is this ball all green?
I really hope our audience has seen flubber. I'd be ashamed if they didn't.
Not a childhood if you didn't. Machine gets dropped in the backfield for about a 2-yard loss on that play. This will bring up about 2nd and 12.
Now, Roswell doesn't need a touchdown. We're only down by 1. A field goal, does the job fine. But
Last time we told them to take their time, they had a 1-play drive.
So now should we tell them to hurry?
So here we go, 2nd and 12, just under 8:05 left to play in the game. Whitaker looking, has to go to a check down receiver. It's wide open at the line. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, jukes a man and breaks another tackle. Crosses the 30-yard line. Great second effort.
That went from a 2-yard pickup to a 6-yard pickup. A great job by the receiver, Reggie White, to get upfield, break a couple tackles, and instead of being 3rd and 8, it's 3rd and 6. Now, do we give it to the rumbling, bumbling back, or do we trust James Whitaker's arm to throw it? Either way, I think we're going to get this first down.
I'm about to say, either way, I think we're safe on whatever play call Coach Ford dials up. But I also feel as though keep letting James throw. He's doing good, but at the same time, you know what? Mix in a run up the middle. Maybe spread that defense out and just put Sheldon over the middle, let him bury a couple people on the ground on his
maybe a nice draw play.
James will do 3-step drop, quick pass, first down, Hornets moving the chains.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Wide receiver takes a 6-yard stay route, turns around, ball's right there as soon as he turns around, catches the ball, gets an extra yard for the first down. That is perfect play calling and perfect execution.
Whitaker now gives up to Sheldon. Sheldon, big hole, and it's closed quickly, but not after the 6-yard gain by the big sophomore back.
Great draw play. We didn't get it on 4th down, so we got on 1st down. Great draw play by Roswell. Good blocking up front. Wheeler bit, and Sheldon got a nice 6-yard carry. Great execution.
So 2nd and 4, balls at the 43. Hornets moving. Just under 6:45 left to play. Whitaker looks, rolls left, found on the sideline, and it is a completion. They will mark it just now, very close to that first down. That was great. That was one of those quick catches, got 2 feet in. It would have been NFL good. Brandon Marshall style.
While there's a measurement right now to see if he got the first down, which I believe he did. It's not a very good spot, but I believe he did. From all of us here at the Roswell High School Video Broadcasting Department, we would like to send out a special prayer to the men and women affected by breast cancer. All of you are in our hearts, and we support everything you do and everything you're going through. And I'd like to send a special shout out to my grandmother, Janet Robertson, who is actually a survivor of breast cancer. And just for all of those of you still affected by this, I love you, and I hope they find a cure really soon.
Adam, that's one thing that's always studied in science is finding a cure for cancer.
Absolutely.
And very important, and I'm just glad that we can tonight rally around those survivors.
And
honor them.
It's really a good cause that we're doing.
And I love how we're not only working to find a cure, but we're honoring the survivors and their families. So Sheldon with another first down. He's a survivor on this drive, and he's helping these Hornets survive in this game.
I mean, we're going to see right here how quickly he hits this hole. Just watch this. Bam! Right up the hole. I mean, he's got nothing. It was great blocking. Wheeler can't catch him. He's too big to try to tackle up high. He got tackled by a shoestring tackle again. Great run by Sheldon. First down. Keep moving the ball. Because Wheeler can't score if we have the ball.
Sheldon loses the ball on the play. Wheeler says they have it.
I think Roswell fell on it.
Wheeler coaches say they have it. Wheeler does have the ball. So with 6:04 left to play, Wheeler will take over in their own territory. And the ball will be spotted at their 39-yard line.
As we're going to see right here, we're going to see at the initial contact, that ball was out before we got that freeze on that. The ball did come out. That's just a good strip by Wheeler. I mean, there's nothing. If you're Roswell, there's really nothing you can really do. I love that freeze option that we have now with our new switcher.
And we've heard from people up here in the booth that there has been 5 turnovers in this game.
That's a lot of turnovers.
And with that, we're going to send it down again to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what you got?
This is where you learn perseverance as a young man. Right now, you're still down by 1. You had a turnover on the last drive, but still, this is where you learn perseverance. This is where you learn to keep on fighting, and that's what these Hornets have been doing this whole game. It hasn't gone the way that a lot of people expected, but still, this is turning out to be a great ball game. Back up to you, Dave.
All right, thanks, Alex. Kirkland's going to take it himself. Running, he gets by some Hornet defenders and fights his way up over the 40-yard line. Now under 5:45 left to play in this game.
It's a good run by Wheeler. I mean,
Roswell liking the drama this season. You know, close game against Wheeler, not as close against close game against Milton, not as close against Walton.
The Walton game was actually a lot closer. You know, Roswell ran away with it in the 4th quarter. But I mean, hey, drama football games are more fun football games. I mean, I like a good blowout every now and again, but you know, I like to be exciting.
Give right up the middle to Green. Green gets a good chunk of yards, pretty close to the first down, but he should be about a yard short.
We're going to see right here, you know, it was a good run by Wheeler, but even a better tackle right there, Marcelino Ball and Sam Van Eed, your boy Sam Van Eed, to stop Wheeler short of the first down, and now it's 3rd and 2. And if you stop Wheeler right here, there's no chance Wheeler goes for it with 4:56 left. You don't want to give Roswell the ball that quickly. So this is a big stop right here for the defense.
Kirkland puts a man in motion, puts another man in motion. Give up the middle to Green. Green will have the first down, very close to midfield.
That's a good job by the defense, though, is they almost stopped him, but just a great second effort by Wheeler to get that first down. But that's still a good job of the Roswell defense.
So Wheeler, 1st and 10 at midfield. Just under 4:35 left to play in the game. Roswell needing a turnover. They've given away too many tonight, looking to get one here to put this game away. Kirkland gives up to Green. Green, big hole. Green at the 30, the 25. He bursts away. No one's going to get him. Touchdown, Wheeler. Hey, now the extra point becomes very important. If they miss it, Roswell can tie. If they make it, Roswell has to go for 2 if they score.
Just a good run, good broken tackle by Wheeler. I mean, there's nothing we could do about that on that. But, you know, that extra point's coming. I mean, the game's still not over with 4:17 left. You know, maybe Roswell can. Now, if you're the Roswell extra point team, you know, go after this kick. Okay, try to go block it, and maybe you won't have to go for the 2-point conversion. Oh, and they almost had it.
Go after it, and it is still good. We barely missed that kick. So with 4:17 left to play in the game, Wheeler takes a 21-13 lead on Roswell, but still a lot of time left to play. Roswell's in a position to tie the game. It's going to take a lot, but they're in a position to tie.
With 4:17 left, and it may be too early to say this, but you have to start thinking about chasing the clock. You have to start chasing the score at this point, because if you got to score quick. So if you don't get the 2-point conversion, you get to kick an onside kick and try to get the ball back. Now, if we score and get the 2-point conversion, you know, the way that our defense is playing, only giving up, you know, 3 touchdowns this entire game, I believe our defense could stop them and maybe force overtime, which you and I still have not experienced. We have not seen one overtime game, and I would like to see an overtime game.
I have a long time ago, just us as a crew, we have not.
Our crew is just dog cussing us because they don't want to see an overtime game. But you know what? Overtime games are the most fun thing in football.
Free football.
Free football.
Flip Michigan Mega Bowl.
As Jerry Jones would go, hey, free football. No, you got to pay for that.
I'm about to say, he makes people pay for that in Jerry's world. Or in Jerry's palace.
The Cowboys charge extra for overtime games.
Shane loses the ball, but picks it up, and he's got a good seam. Oh, but he's taken down by his ankles again, just over the 20-yard line. Ball be spotted at the 24-yard line.
That was a good job. That was a good job of, I believe that was Shakur. Yeah, Shakur actually picks up the ball on the muff kick and does a good job of actually getting upfield and actually getting a pretty good return. And you know, Roswell, at the 24 with 4:11 left, they're not out of it yet. Wheeler's not out of the woods yet. But if you're Roswell, you need to score with enough time to give yourself the chance of, hey, we missed the 2-point conversion.
Rollout pass by Whitaker is a completion very close to a first down.
And
I don't know what to say because I was like, oh, he's going to get sacked.
He's going to get sacked.
No, complete. Wait, no, sideline.
He does a good job of rolling out to his right, hitting the receiver on the sideline. It makes a good throw on the run. First down. Great job by James. Good execution. Got to hold on to the ball.
Fakes. Rolls. Gets away from a man. Throws it back to Sheldon Evans. Sheldon with a lot of room. Sheldon breaks the tackle. He's at the 40, 45, 40. Hurdles the man. He's at the 50. Sheldon getting away and into Wheeler territory. Holding on to that ball for a good Roswell first down. Broken play.
What a play. Let's go to the replay on this because this is pretty spectacular. James does a good job of avoiding number 20 right there. Turns away from field. Oh, look, Sheldon's wide open. Check down. Sheldon just hits up the hole. Great blocking on the offensive line after the catch. Beautiful juke. That guy, the Wheeler defender, needs to get his ankles checked, get some ankle insurance because he just got juked out of his shoes. What a play by Roswell. A 7-yard sack turns into a 25-yard gain.
And an inside slant, complete pass and taken down at the 40.
And just a great slant, quick, two-step drop right there. Beautiful.
O-line's getting a little tired, but they're holding strong. They're giving James enough time. Doesn't need a lot with this offense, this quick offense that we're running, but they're giving him enough time. Sheldon to the outside. Sheldon cuts back in field. Flag on the play. Sheldon fighting to get taken down at the, looks as though the 25 is where they're going to spot it. Check a flag, though.
This might be defensive holding, maybe illegal hands to the face. I didn't see much holding downfield.
Could be something odd.
Let's see.
Like,
it's holding against
it's just
us.
holding. I was going to say maybe it could be something odd, like sideline infraction midway through the play. I don't know if that's ever happened, but
with the way these refs are going, I'm surprised they didn't call roughing the kicker.
Adam, it's not that bad.
Okay, you're right. I apologize to the referees. It's not that bad, but still.
They're not the referees that ref my youth football games. It's a lot better than you think. So pass complete on the outside to the 40, gain of about 5. So this will bring up 3rd and 4. And real quick, we're going to send it down to Alex on the sideline. Alex, what you got?
One of the great things about Sheldon Evans is when he gets the ball out of the backfield, he has a quick burst of speed, kind of like Keith Marshall at Georgia. That's who he reminds me of, Dave, is Keith Marshall when he gets the ball out of the backfield. Back up to you, Dave.
So 3rd and 3 carry by Sheldon Evans, gets across the line to get for the first down and then some. So 1st and 10 at Roswell's at the Wheeler 32 for the Hornets. Whitaker is going to be gang tackled there for a loss of about 7 on the play. So this will bring up 2nd and long for the Hornets with just under 1:50 left to play in this game. So actually loss of about 8, so 2nd and 18. Ball spotted at Wheeler's 40.
This can be an interesting play call to see what we do here. I think you got to throw downfield.
James playing cat and mouse with the guy. He's going to throw it up. And nobody comes down with it. Oh, that was too close.
James has got to throw that ball out of bounds.
He's got to get it to the line of scrimmage, though. So from where he was to the line of scrimmage was about 20 yards.
Right. You got to. I think we got to throw it a little farther downfield. But that's still, I like the play call. Is like whatnot. We had guys downfield, but they just said it was just good defense. Yeah. There's nothing really to do.
3rd and 18. Roswell will take a timeout. This is smart. Hey, 4 down territory. You can't get it. You don't have to get it all here.
This is true. You don't.
4 down territory, obviously, with 1:29 left to play. You're down by 8. Gotta get good timeout by Coach Ford. Get the right play in, but you don't need it all here.
Now, I would like it all here, but
that
we
would be
don't
great.
need it. But we don't need it all here.
With the way Wheeler is running the ball and not doing so well on offense, giving them the ball back even with this amount of time could be safe. This game, Roswell games reminded me of when I was here. A little bit close, great team, keeping it close, winning it in the end. So this could be it.
And I like close games. If Roswell's going to get beat, I want the other team to beat us. And it's definitely not over yet. I think Roswell's going to come out and do a really good job of. I think we're going to get it all right here. I think maybe a slant from Machine or Reggie, maybe Ellis. And I think we could pick up a solid 18 yards.
So here we go, 3rd and 18. Whitaker looking. He's going to fire it, triple coverage, incomplete. Brings up now 4th and 18. I will also say, even if we lose, we're only 2-1 in the region, and we have region wins against the top 2 teams in Walton and Milton.
That we do.
Well,
Walt not anymore,
yeah,
but Milton, yes.
We still have that 1 game edge over them, which still puts us ahead.
Well, here's your ball game. Here's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
1:21 left to play. 4th and 18. Whitaker looks, has some time, rolls to his right, pass down the seam, and it's incomplete. Broken up by the defender. Wheeler will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 40 with 1:13 left to play in this game.
Roswell has 2 timeouts left. Need a couple of big stops, and maybe we can get the ball back with a little bit of time, and we'll go. And then we'll definitely have to chase the clock if that happens. But if Wheeler picks up a first down, this is all she wrote.
I thought it was a great play call. Ball was also put on the right spot.
It was just good
defenders
defense.
closed just pretty quick on that one.
We had a couple people downfield that we probably could have probably hit. And our guy was open, but that's just a good job of the defense just doing a good job of getting in there. Now it's up to the defense. If Wheeler's running this ball, you are clawing and snatching at that ball, and you are trying to rip that sucker out.
And you know what? No matter what, Ford and his crew will, and Wheeler taken down for a loss. Coach Ford does call the timeout, stops the clock with 1:08 left to play. But back to what I was saying, Ford will look at this film, and him and his men and his coaching staff, they'll take a look at this and they'll make the adjustments. They'll come out strong against Pope next week, guys. If we go on the road, we're at Pope next week, so come out, support the Hornets. I had another away game. Ironically, it's only the 2nd to last away game for the year. After that, you got 2 more home games
in a row against Woodstock and Cherokee.
Woodstock and Cherokee, a military appreciation night on the 17th, homecoming on the 24th. Then we go to Etowah.
It's homecoming on the 17th.
Oh, military appreciation night on the 24th.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we go to Etowah, and then we come home to
senior night.
Senior night against Lassiter.
Lassiter.
I got a fun little surprise for our audience on senior night. It's gonna be big.
Fun little surprise for the audience?
Yeah. Don't tell anybody.
Interesting.
It's gonna be a nice little show. I might get fired after it, but it's my last game, so I can't really. What are they gonna do?
Not bring you back if we go to the playoffs and have a home game?
That would be true.
Wait to air it after the Etowah game. Give up the middle to Green, no yards. Ford will call his last time out with 1:02 left to play. So odds are Roswell could possibly get the ball back if they run this with about 24 seconds left.
30 seconds left, somewhere around that area. And for the Roswell offense, that's a lot of time.
All right, we're going to send it back down to Alex on the sidelines. Alex, what you got?
David Blaine is walking around, up and down the sidelines, imploring his offensive linemen, saying, "Let's go." They feel like they're still not out of it yet, even though the time's winding down and they're down by 1 touchdown and an extra point. David Blaine's still imploring to his offense that they can get the job done. hopefully we can see that tonight. Back up to you, Dave.
So we got 3rd and 11 coming up. Ball will be spotted at the 39, minute 2 left to play.
Got to stop him.
This is it.
You have to stop him here. Maybe Wheeler will do something silly and pass it.
Like throwing in completion. Wheeler will call a timeout this time.
Try to get their personnel on the field.
Still minute 02 left to play. And my thinking is they're going to stop Hornets can stop them on 3rd down, get to 4th down. Wheeler calls a timeout, punts the ball. Roswell gets the back with about 24 seconds left. And then miracle time. I've seen crazier things happen.
I have seen a lot of crazier things happen.
I mean, everybody, whenever we say, oh, there's only so much time left to play, well, just remember, Nick Saban wanted 1 more second on the clock at Auburn last year, and look how that worked out for him.
Didn't work out very well. People are trying to still tell me that play was such luck. I'm like, no, it wasn't luck. That was Gus Malzahn out coaching Nick Saban.
That was a designed return on a kicker who couldn't kick.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was like a designed short punt. Wheeler checking the sidelines for the play.
They might have to take another timeout here, and they do.
Wheeler will take another timeout. You would think 3 timeouts in a row you get it right at least after the second.
Are they trying to ice the defense?
You would think so.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do. We're going to ice the defense. It's a new tactic, we call it. So, at this point, hope for overtime.
Yeah, hoping for overtime, but tonight we got to fix the mistakes.
Got a lot of mistakes that we need to fix.
Turnovers and penalties.
And guess what? By the time we play Pope, because no offense to Pope, they moved up regions and they have been struggling. They're on their 4th quarterback at this point. 3 quarterbacks have gotten injured, and
Pope was at a point in their career where they weren't struggling. Even when they had T.J. Yates as quarterback, they were struggling.
A couple state championships back in, the late 2000s. 2000.
I thought they've always been up in 6A with us. Not in our region, but
no, they just moved up from.
Because I know they play Walton as their big rival.
They just moved up from 5A to 6A.
Kirkland will be taken down behind the line with 58 seconds left to play.
And there's our final timeout. We actually had all 3 timeouts.
Oh, surprise, surprise! We had all 3 timeouts.
I apologize to everybody. I thought we called the timeout. You know what that timeout was on that 4th down? That was a Wheeler Wildcat timeout.
Interesting.
I thought we took a timeout. Oh my gosh, we've got such a better chance now.
58 seconds left is a lot better than about 24.
Yes. All right. I got a good feeling about this, and I have to pee and everything.
Fans have even left. This is going to be closer than they think. This will be better than they think.
And you know what? I couldn't have asked any other way. Shane's back to return. I say Roswell plays it safe here. We block on this return because I'd like a return for a touchdown.
That would be ideal.
That would be nice. Good
Shane
pickup.
takes it on a bounce. He's at the 35, the 40, 45. He's at midfield. He's at the 45 again, 40. And he's taken deep into Wheeler territory at around the 36-yard line. 46 seconds left in Wheeler territory. Roswell can set up to do some damage right here.
Watch this bounce right here. This is a great job of Machine. Perfect to get to the outside. Picks it up. Great block right there. And Machine just takes it up, gets to the inside, and just absolutely perfect return. And you can't ask for better field position with 46 seconds left.
And apparently he's a little bit shaken up on the play as he's coming out.
Oh, yeah, I think you know what happened? I was watching the replay. I think he got the wind knocked out of him.
So Roswell switching around some folks on offense. They go in an empty set here, 5 wide. I haven't seen this all season. Whitaker looks, has plenty of time. Whitaker, take off. He's going to that sideline. Whitaker takes off for 5, 10 yards and out of bounds. Great call, James Whitaker, to take it himself. Hesitated a little bit, but still had enough. Wheeler in that prevent D with 36 seconds left to play.
James almost threw that ball. That's a great job of him of actually running. He didn't get the first down, but once again, we're at 4-down territory. The important thing is he got out of bounds. That's a free timeout for Roswell.
So here we go, 36 seconds left. 2nd and 1 at the 27 for the Hornets.
Another 5 wide receiver set.
Whitaker looks, Whitaker being pressured, throws it, and it is picked off by Wheeler, and that is your ball game. The Wheeler Wildcat defense will take this pick 6 for a touchdown. With 19 seconds left, Wheeler scores to close this game out.
Honestly, if you're James, there's nothing you can really do here. If he gets sacked right here, then the game's still gonna be over. He tried to throw it out of bounds. He threw it awkwardly. There's nothing you can really do if you're
He placed the ball in his hand just to throw it out.
Right, and if you're James, there's nothing you can do at that point, because if you take the sack, the clock's just gonna run out. We had too many receivers down the field, and then we spike the ball, and then we have 5 seconds left, and we have to chuck a 30-yard touchdown in the end zone. I mean, that doesn't work. So I like the idea that James had. It's just, you know, it just didn't go Roswell's way tonight.
Kick is up and the kick is good. With 19 seconds left, Wheeler takes a 28-13 lead.
All right, so this is what's got to happen. Game's not over yet. Okay, let's give some hope here. We're gonna return this ball. Shane's gonna return it all the way. After he returns it all the way, we're gonna have about 10 seconds left. We're gonna kick an onside kick. We're gonna get the onside kick. Then after we get the onside kick, we're gonna check it down in the end zone. Hail Mary, catch for a touchdown. Then we're gonna go for 2. And then we're gonna get the 2-point conversion. Watch it happen. I'm calling it right now. I'll put my, I don't wanna put anything on it.
There are no words.
There are no words. But I mean, you have to give Wheeler credit. They played a heck of a ball game. You know, it's like it didn't go Roswell's way this time, and you know, we got to fix some mistakes, and I think we will. And get ready for Pope next week.
You know, on Friday nights, anybody can win any game.
Oh, yeah,
so it's not necessarily a game that we should have won, but there are some mistakes that we need to correct, and I know we will. Coaching staff will get to circle the wagons and get them where they need to be going.
They have the expression any given Friday. Well, it's any given Saturday, and that definitely did not help.
That's the 7th turnover of the game.
I mean, it was a good squib, and you know, it took a Wheeler bounce, and Wheeler just hopped on it, and you know, there's once again nothing really Roswell can do about that.
So 15 seconds left. Wheeler will have the ball. 1st and 10 at the Roswell 29, and they're going to go, it looks as though, and just take a knee on this one and close this one out. Hard-fought game by Wheeler. They have been struggling all season. So for them, it's good to come into it on the road and get a victory. Roswell, though, it just stinks to be the guy on the losing end of it.
Well, looks like they're about to get a delay game penalty,
which makes 0 sense.
If they run this ball, I'm going to be a little upset. You take a knee.
And he does.
Good.
So that'll be the final play of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score will be Wheeler 28, Roswell 13. We're playing at Pope next week, and then we host a Cherokee County school. Which one?
Woodstock.
Woodstock comes to town for homecoming. So the next game will be homecoming here from the Nest. Adam, last words?
I just saw like 2 students hop and try to storm the field in the student section. Yeah, it was kind of pathetic by Wheeler, but good game by Roswell, better game by Wheeler. Both teams played their heart out. Once again, like to say special prayer for all the breast cancer survivors and those who are still affected by it. We'll come back next 2 weeks against Woodstock and come away with the win on homecoming.
About to say, got to have a big homecoming win against Woodstock, the Wolverines from Woodstock. And that's when we'll see you then, guys, October 17th, Hornets Nest at Ray Manus Stadium. For Alex Berger on the sideline and Adam Verzal right next to me in the booth, I'm David Berger. So long, everybody.